which came and got that one win and it got home ice advantage. Panthers in game 2 whooped them on the scoreboard, whooped them on the ice. Then last night, never a doubt, took advantage, got ahead early, didn't really let much through, a couple goals here and there. Panthers have reestablished themselves as the better dominant team. Right now, can rest easy for another day or two. Let's get that next game going. Take a deep
Relax
breath.
with better and dominant.
Whew, deep breath. And no, I was going to pull you in, my cousin Vladimir Lewis.
Like some of your words is the reason why I get you in trouble.
Doesn't even let me pull him in and say
no, because that was ridiculous. Say that they're a better dominant team. They showing they're a better team, cool, but dominant team. They lost. They got their ass kicked game 1, 5-1.
You see the last 2 games?
Okay, so we're going by if we're gonna do this by every day. So after game 1, did Boston dominate Florida?
They were the dominant team in game 1.
So were they the better dominant team?
No, for one game.
Okay, then. So let's just relax. Like they won. They've won the last 2. But let's just relax. Let's just see if they can continue this, because I don't want to say that they're the better dominant team. They lose game 4. Now it's a 2-2 series.
Better.
It's the wording.
Team. Better dominant team.
Nah.
And I'm going to pull you in and say there's a better dominant team on the other side in the Eastern Conference. Their name are the New York Rangers. Not worried about that President's Trophy curse. Don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves.
They're not the dominant team either.
They're up 3-0 in the series.
They've won one game. Yeah, every game they've won is by 1 goal. That's not dominance. That's just you winning.
3-0 in a series isn't dominance?
No.
Just like the Carolina Hurricanes didn't get swept last year at 4-0 by the Panthers.
Was that dominant?
Yep.
You thought I was dominant that the first 2 games they had to play extra games. They played like 3 overtime games. That's not dominant.
If you win 4 out of 4 games, are you not the dominant team?
You're the team that won. You're the better team.
Dominated them.
You're not the dominant team. If you win every game, so you win 4 in a row, you win by one goal. You're dominant?
Yep.
Ugh. You're
Seriously?
terrible.
Where are you coming from with that?
You're terrible.
You didn't dominate the series.
Don't dominate the series. Dominating a series would be what Boston did to Miami.
The
Celtics.
Dominant.
They won every game by 20. If you're winning a game by a goal or a basket or a touchdown or a field goal, you're not dominating.
Yeah, they were dominant. They were dominant.
You're not dominating. You're winning. Domination and winning. I think I don't know. Maybe that 4th grade education in Louisiana didn't teach you what dominating and winning is.
I think that since the Bruins and the Panthers have been getting chippy lately, everyone around here has been very chippy. Very, very chippy lately. Last night, dominant performance by those Panthers. Whew, they were good. No doubter right there. Very nice. How dominant were they the other night, Vlad? You were in the Amerant Bank Arena for game 2. Pretty dominant performance. Pretty dominant, I would say.
They beat their ass.
Yep. Dominated them. That was a pretty big win. Both nights.
What I would say.
Okay, go ahead. What would you put it in perspective?
Is that game 1 they got the rust out. You know what I mean? Like they were off for a week.
We were questioning a little bit. Now I'll say this: after game 1, a little bit of question: is it rust? Is it rest? Is it Boston has that revenge on the mind? Boston a better team than maybe we're giving credit for. Now it seems like the Panthers kind of okay. All right, they took a punch. Now they're ready to rock and roll. I could see them dominating the rest of the series. No, I'm joking. They'll probably lose another game or so in this series, maybe 2. I don't know. Could be a 7-game series. But I'll tell you, your Rangers are looking darn good. They don't worry about that President's Trophy curse so far.
You still got to win.
Got one more win.
It's not over yet.
Got to win one.
There's one sport that you can come back from a 3-0 lead is hockey.
Well, baseball, too. It's happened.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I know. I know.
You want to take shots.
I know. That's the sad part. I was like, oh, yeah, I know.
I know. Baseball.
I know very well about it. But yeah.
Win or go home. No, Big Papi.
Nah, Big Papi in the morning.
But yeah, so it's been a fun one. Last night was very, very much fun. The Panthers, they got the early goal from Rodriguez. Some people say it was a high stick. Some people say it was a good call. It was a goal. From that point, we've never really looked back. Panthers looking like the Panthers we expected them to be. Maybe a little wake-up call in game 1. I'll be honest. I think, was it game 1, Vlad, just the Bruins were riding a high.
Yeah.
Game 7.
That's what I'm gonna go with.
They were in a rhythm.
I'm gonna go with that.
Was it maybe the Panthers?
Week off, bro. Like it took them, and I think not only a week off, but when they scored the first goal, I think they thought, oh yeah, this is gonna be easy.
Panthers maybe drinking a little bit of the Kool-Aid, saying, you know
Absolutely.
what, we got over the hump. We beat the Thunder. We're gonna take care of business. It's easy business. We've had some time
You
off.
mean the Lightning? You called it the Thunder.
Yeah, I mean both teams are garbage. No, the Thunder are actually a very good team, by the way.
No, but no, they beat
Thunder,
the
Lightning.
Lightning, and I think they really wanted to beat the Lightning. Like
Yeah,
you could
they
tell they
wanted-
wanted to win this. They wanted to be the dominant team in the state, and Tampa's been the marquee team in the Eastern Conference over a good period of time. Sure, like at least maybe the last 5-7 years, they've been the team.
And they even talked about slaying the dragon. I think they put a lot into that.
I think the fan base, being there, I think the reporters were putting a lot into it. Because some of the players, I don't think, it was like, they were like, meh. You know what I mean? Like, okay.
I mean, because, yeah, the Lightning weren't the greatest team during the regular season.
No, but you don't care if they don't. But they're one of those teams because they've been in the postseason so long that regular season don't really matter. You just don't want them to get their rhythm and then, get their mojo going, and then all of a sudden head in the playoff with some momentum.
So
game 1, fine. Bruins won. Cool. Game 2, they were down 1-0, the Cats. And then they stepped. I mean, Barkey was crazy. Like Barkey was just dominating. And then when they scored that goal right before the second period
with 0.3 seconds,
right, it was good. I don't know what the hell the Bruins were doing in the third period. And to me, if they whatever their psyche is, whatever their thought process was, it wasn't good. Because, all right, fine, you won. You did what you were supposed to do. You got the game in Florida. You got a game. So you're going back to Boston 1-1. But you not only decided you didn't take that loss well, and you decided to start fights. Not only did you get your ass whipped in the game, but you got your ass whipped in the fight.
Yeah, that's
so to me, when Pasternak had to beg Daddy, can I fight? And you're gonna fight 19, and he got mollywhopped. Like that was a mollywhopping. Like you're not, and then you're not supposed to hit. Shut up! Don't get into a fight. Then you're not supposed to hit anybody when they're on the ground on the ice. Then don't get in a fight. What do you think I'm supposed to do? I'm gonna knock you down, and if I feel a certain way, I'm gonna pummel you. That's what happened.
I never understood that rule.
I hate the unwritten rules.
So
I don't know, every
I
sport.
hate the unwritten rules, but I mean, nitpicking. And of course, there was no repercussions. No real repercussions last night. I was kind of excited, hoping at the beginning of the game they dropped the gloves. And then I realized this is a playoff game. This is a big one. Maroon even said for the Boston Bruins, like, what am I going to do? Like, I'm not even going to be on the ice with Kachuk. I ain't going after him. What, get a penalty, lose a man? We're already kind of our backs up against the wall. With that being said, probably next game will be a huge fight, especially if the Panthers get up, because there's only one way the Bruins, if the Panthers once again reassert their dominance, they got to muck it up. They have to muck it up. What else is going on in South Florida, Vlad? Jimmy Butler continues to not be loved. Not a lot of love for Jimmy.
Let me tell you this. The beginning of the week, and we my cousin and I had let you know from last week that Monday, that Pat Riley presser was going to be an event.
Around.
And you know it was an event when there was no cameras. Like you couldn't live stream it. You had to wait for the tweets and then the video and audio to be later played. And my man was 80. He's 80, man. He's not holding things. Let me tell you something about the old, man. They don't hold things back.
No.
They don't.
They're entitled.
They're old.
They don't hold things back. They do what they want to do. Told Jimmy, look, how about you shut your mouth and play more basketball? Which has a lot of people wondering now, like maybe they already had their exit interviews. They talked. He said, look, I'm going to say this. You do this. No big deal. No. Other people are saying the groundwork is being laid that ask me a month ago, is there any way Jimmy Butler not on the Heat's team next year? 100% guarantee he'll be with the Heat next year. You ask me now, I can't 100% guarantee you that Jimmy's going to be on this team next year, Vlad. I could still say like 80%, but can I guarantee that like I would have guaranteed you a month ago? Now, I will say this, Pat Riley, for all your posturing and all your, he needs to shut his mouth. When Jimmy got hurt against the 76ers, the look on him and Alonzo Mourning's face, come on. Don't act so tough now. Dude, you could literally see them breathing heavy on TV. They were so scared. So pump the brakes, Pat. We saw you and Zoe and how y'all big tough guys were scared as hell when Jimmy got hurt. Basically looking like our season's over, so he needs to shut his mouth. Okay, quiet. We saw your face. With that being said, Jimmy Butler will be on this team next year. Can't say with 100% accuracy, but I can say I am very confident that he'll still be on this team. But Vlad, wow, how things have changed. Like it all started. We have not talked before the show. When did Heat Nation start to say, wait a second, Jimmy? What incident led to Heat Nation going, wait a second, Jimmy? Go ahead. Wait a second, Jimmy.
Jimmy, what do you mean? Wait a second, Jimmy.
When did Heat Nation go, wait a second? Jimmy?
Oh, the tennis tournament.
Yep, exactly.
That was it. No, listen.
Exactly when it happened.
And we said this. I think we were the first to say the two biggest stars in South Florida, if they don't shape up, the fan base will turn on them. Jimmy and Tyreek.
Yes. Absolutely.
Because and just like anything in life, if you're worth it, they'll deal with all the BS.
Mm-hmm.
But once you're not worth it, they'll let you go.
Look, Tyreek Hill, he backed it up with a great season last year.
He's backed it up with 2 great seasons, but
now this is it. Tyreek Hill has great seasons. He's got a temper. He's fired up. He gets after it sometimes. He settled out of court with the guy at the boat thing. Whatever he did with his old lady, that's his personal business. He has a bad season. Narrative changes a little bit. Jimmy Butler, he's quirky. He's different. He dances to the beat of his own drum. But then you do this playoff Jimmy guarantee and everything, and then you don't show. You get hurt. You get hurt. But then you do this cuteness and it doesn't work out. It's all of a sudden show up and shut up. It's not as cute anymore.
Because Jimmy right now is reaching the age where he can start games. There's a certain age limit, or I believe, that if you just want to miss a game because of rest, because of your age, they'll let you do it. It was like the LeBron James rule.
Oh.
You know how everybody was
preferential treatment, you're saying?
Well, pretty much. I mean, what's Jimmy, 35 now?
Yeah.
He's gonna turn 35?
Yeah.
And we all know 35 in Tibbs years, it's like 38.
He's 34, gonna be 35 in September.
So he's turning 35 one. So what Riles and the Heat would want from him, what, 70 games? 75?
Last time he played 75 games was the 2016-2017 season with the Bulls.
Okay, so he's never played a 70-game season in what, almost a decade?
It's been 8 years.
Almost a decade.
He did play 82 back in 2012 and 2013.
That was 14 years ago. That was 11 years ago. Bro.
He's averaging around 63 games a year, something around there.
So he can't even, by his average, he can't even get into the NBA award ceremony because you got to play 65 games. So by his average, he's not even available for any awards by the NBA. But I get it. Riles doesn't want to go through the situation of the playing game all the time. A week off would really benefit this team right before the playoff begins. But the other thing he said that was interesting is like they don't need to blow up the team. Wait, what? What?
I don't think they have any better options, to be honest.
So you stuck.
2 years ago, it was Kevin Durant. Didn't happen. Last year, it was Damian Lillard. Didn't happen. Who's it going to be this summer, Vlad? Is it going to be Devin Booker? Is it going to be Kevin Durant? Is it going to be Damian Lillard again? Is it going to be somebody we don't know? Oh, I'm sorry. What's his name? Spider Mitchell. But what if these guys, they haven't come here? What if they're like, why does everybody keep mentioning the Heat? Pat Riley calls. We just assume they want, no, we do know Damian Lillard wanted to come here. So that's more. We just assume they want to be here and they're going to be here. They haven't been here. They haven't come here. Pat Riley might be saying, we don't have to blow this team up. Maybe he's really saying, we got no other option. We can't blow anything up. Because really, what are you going to do? We'll see. Should be interesting. Let's get the headlines real quick. Panthers did take a 2-1 series lead, defeating Boston 6-2. Game 4 tomorrow, 6:30. Tomorrow's Mother's Day, by the way. Quick reminder, go get the gift now. Put it in the trunk of the car. Get ready for tomorrow. Tonight at 7, the Rangers look to sweep the Hurricanes. Then at 10, it Stars and Avalanche. They are tied at 1. The Pacers, They did down the Knicks, a very good game last night. 111-106, making the series a 2-1 lead for New York. The Nuggets got a blowout win, and that was, you want to talk about a no-doubter last night, Vlad? It was like 15-0 during the national anthem. 117-90 over the
I love it.
Timberwolves.
Now everybody that was on Minnesota's.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, Minnesota's going to beat the Celtics in the finals.
And everybody was like, oh, Minnesota's going to the finals and everything. See how one game just changed the narrative? Now if they lose game 4, what's going to happen now?
Now it's, the Nuggets are serious. Okay, Minnesota still leads 2-1. Today at 3:30, you get the Thunder and the Mavs. That's a 1-1 series. And the Celtics and the Cavaliers. That is also a 1-1
That was
series.
a shock on Thursday night game 2 by Cleveland.
For those people that got mad at me for saying a couple years ago, maybe we should trade Tyler Hero for Donovan Mitchell. Why? Tyler Hero's got more of a ceiling, a higher ceiling.
No, it's not. It's not good.
Sit down.
It's not good. And I'm happy you brought this up.
I got rung through the ringer.
Well, you know what? They were wrong. You were right, Kuzan. You were the one.
I mean,
you know what's funny? You said something.
Enemy number 1.
You said something that I didn't know if it was, you might be right, you might be wrong. But it's funny when a former captain of the Heat say something that you said, and then now everybody's upset. You were saying maybe Tyler Hero was better coming off the bench.
Mm-hmm.
You were saying that a lot. When Udonis says it, not, after, when he was on ESPN or when he was on TV and he said it, Riles gets upset saying that that's something. Upset. But guess what? That means that's a conversation they were having.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a conversation they were having, and it's a conversation, and it's something that everybody, the public sees it. Mm-hmm. Even the Heat fan base, Heat culture sees it. Is it because of the contract?
Yeah, Vlad, let's play it out for real. Pat Riley, Eric Spoelstra, Udonis Haslem. Tyler Hero goes to him and says, I ain't coming off the bench. I make the big money. I'm a quote-unquote star. I think he thinks he's a bigger star than he is. Nonetheless, I'm not coming off the bench. I'm not going to be happy. His agent calls up and says, you're not going to have him come off the bench. I don't care if he was 6th man of the year. So guess what happens? They say, okay, let's just keep everything, copacetic. If you think that's not what happened, come on. Come on. Tyler Hero doesn't want to come off the bench. He better be careful because he might be coming out somewhere else.
Who wants him? That's what? And every year we ask it, and I ask you the same question.
Great job.
As much as we say Tyler Hero is a great player, he's a good player. Why isn't that nobody in the league wants him?
You bring up a good point, and you've said this for a long time.
I've been saying it for the longest. I was like, yo, dude, if they really wanted him, they would go for him.
Yeah. No one has seemed to beat down the door for Tyler Hero.
They don't.
Because I'm going to be honest, coming on the outside looking in, you can't get a return on investment. Pelicans, Zion Williamson, he's always hurt. He's fat. I don't know if I want to trade Zion for Tyler.
Nah, I ain't doing that.
Okay, so
watch Zion come in slim and muscular next season.
Look at Portland Trailblazers. Now, Joe Cronin kind of had his own agenda,
but you know what? He was right though.
It's not the good return.
But he was right. When you have 3 guards that's your focus. You don't need to bring another guard that's making $30 million when you got 3 guards under the value of $30 million combined.
And I mean, if you're Sacramento, you're even like Malik Monk and a draft pick for Tyler Hero,
that would actually be a better deal for the Heat.
I know. That's what I'm saying. We're sitting here like Tyler Hero, why are we always trying to trade him? I think that they've tried to trade him, Vlad. The problem is the market.
We knew from the jump. Remember what Cronin wanted? Cronin didn't want no Tyler. He wanted Bam.
Exactly.
They all want Bam. And we all know Bam is not going anywhere.
I hate to say it, he's the one guy now. Ain't going anywhere.
He's not going anywhere.
He's
not going anywhere. And he doesn't have to. Because what he did in that, Bam showed me a lot in this past season and in this postseason. He's the only one that had heart. He's the only one that had heart. Game 5 elimination game. Bam went out there. Did he shoot great? No, but at least he busted his ass. He was the only one there that looked like he was willing to fight in game 5.
Yeah, he's the captain. He wore it proudly.
But where were the other ones?
A couple of guys on the bench, a couple of guys hurt, a couple of guys just kind of going through the motions. I don't know. We're going to get to some more Heat talk in just a minute, but let's run through some more headlines real quick. Dolphins rookie camp continues. Dolphins linebacker Jalen Phillips, he graduated from the U, so congratulations to him. Hurricanes
How's his
baseball.
knee graduating?
He's supposed to be back next season. That's all I can say.
When?
He's like, I'm hoping to be back for game one. Well, hope in one hand.
Game 1 of October?
I was gonna say, like, let the show Bad Santa, a movie Bad Santa. Hope in one hand, crap in the other. See which one fills up first. We'll just say that. Hurricanes baseball team in the ninth. It was tied 6-6. Home runs, baby. 8-6. They win game 2 tonight at 7. The Marlins, no surprise,
Got their ass kicked.
throttled by the Phillies 8-2 last night. The two play again today at 4 o'clock. From the ugly to the pretty, Inter Miami, they lead MLS pretty much in all categories. They look to continue their dominance tonight, 7:30 against Montreal, CF, north of the border, French Canada.
I'll get to watch that game.
Well, nice. I'm going to 80s prom. We'll talk about that later.
Hey,
I got a big prom date tonight, man.
You got to go to 80s. Are you chaperoning?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to be chaperone. Yeah, I'm going to have a flask in my belt pocket and just figure anything out, you know.
Make sure that's a flask.
Make sure, yeah, no. With that being said, speaking of flasks, let's go ahead and take a step in the day spa. You'll like this one, Vlad.
Go ahead.
A Michigan woman was found literally living inside of a dollar store. You know, if you're an employee at a dollar store, you probably know, but you're like, I don't get paid enough to worry about this crap.
Wait.
She's living.
Was she an employee?
No, she's just a homeless woman living. Well, she wasn't homeless. She lives in a dollar store.
All right. My question is this. How does she get in without nobody noticing that she's still there?
Hide out when they lock up.
Isn't there no film? Is there no video surveillance at the dollar store?
No.
It might cost them more than $1 to put surveillance.
Yeah, come on, man. It's everybody's dream.
I mean, you gotta understand if it's not a bad deal if she.
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
Everything's there for $1.
Close up, just start eating graham crackers and I don't know, drink a bottle of water. I don't know.
No, you can drink like Ritz soda and all.
Yeah,
like cheap soda.
All that cheap stuff, man. All the knockoff brands.
Old Time.
Yeah,
I love the Old Time. By the way,
I ain't gonna lie though. Dollar store, not everything's $1.
No, it's $1.25.
Some things more than that, man.
It's $1.25. It's all BS.
No, it's all a big sham. All right, Heat. The season's over, long from beginning yet. The Heat are hot. We're going to talk about already trade rumors coming up with those guys. Jimmy, maybe in the conversation. That's next here on Sports Day 560 WQAM. Heat Nation a little unsettled, especially after some of the comments Pat Riley made. Like, Vlad, he said some things about Tyler Hero.
Obviously, injuries kept Tyler out for half the season, but how would you assess Tyler's season and maybe what you guys
He
learned
played
about him?
40. When he played 42 games this year, yeah. Well, he's been fragile a little bit.
Yikes.
And broke his hand last year in the playoffs. He had some injuries, earlier in his career, and there isn't anybody who works, harder at his game. And Spo's correct. He works and puts the time in. He put the time in the weight room. So how does he keep his calorie intake? And he might have to go to another level nutritionally. He's gotten stronger, but as the season progresses, you lose some of that. You don't pound the iron like you do, in the off season. But he's got to make some adjustments, definitely.
Pat Riley kind of calling out the guys like, you need to be more healthy. I know it's not your fault, but you need to be more healthy. You catch my drift, guys? More healthy.
He's calling him soft.
I'm just saying he needs to be more healthy.
He's calling him soft.
I mean, for the past 2 years, we've been the most injury-prone team in the league. Is that because the regiment that they put him through?
No, I can't say that because my team's been injured as well. So it all depends.
Every team has
every team's going through some sort
for
of
all
injuries.
the people that made fun of Zion Williamson. I said, okay, chop it up now. Zion played 70 games this year. Jimmy played 60. Doesn't matter. Nonetheless, a lot of Heat Nation saying if we run it back again, that is going to not be something they want. There needs to be some changes because 2 years in a row, the play-in, 1 year you made the miraculous run. Last year, or this past season, much of a miraculous run. Backing your way into the playoffs. So now there's the talks of trades. We need to land a scorer, someone that can get us points. Heat Nation, probably very happy to get Devin Booker. Hey, look, the Suns, they're not trying to blow it up. They're giving.
Oh, they should blow it up.
But they're getting Budenholzer.
So what? They did
a year.
They gave Frank Vogel a 4-year deal just a year ago, less than a year ago.
So let's say the Suns decide, you know what, this isn't worth it. Let's get rid of Devin Booker. Heat Nation would definitely be on line one. Pat Riley definitely on line one.
Yeah, but what do you have to give Phoenix?
Let's look at this supposed trade from inside the Heat. This is from SportsIllustrated.com. The Heat, they get Devin Booker and a 2027 second-round pick. The Suns receive Tyler Hero.
Clearly.
Jaime Jaquez Jr.
Okay.
Paul Reed via the 76ers.
How?
And it's going to be a 3-team trade. And a 2026 first-round pick via the 76ers. Another 2026
So what do the 76ers get?
And a 2026 second-round pick from the Heat. 76ers, in return, receive Kevin Love. Yeah, I'm sure if you're a 76ers fan, you're excited about that. Eric Gordon, can't believe he's still in the league. He's about 150 years old.
He's looking at a bucket.
David Roddy via the Suns.
The Roddy kid?
Mm-hmm. And a 2028 first-round pick via the Heat.
Why would Philly want to do that?
You took the words directly out of my mouth. So the 76ers want to get Kevin Love, Eric Gordon, David Roddy, and a 2028 first-round pick via the Heat. And then the Suns get Tyler Hero, Jaime Jaquez Jr., Paul Reed, whatever, some first-round picks. And the Heat get Devin Booker. So, yeah, the 76ers actively are like, ooh, let's get in a trade that makes
I'm gonna help my rivals. Yeah, I'm going to help my rivals.
Much better.
Much better and grab an old person from that team.
So that trade is ridiculous.
Actually, that trade out Kevin Love to Philadelphia is not that bad if you think about it.
Philadelphia is not getting anything in that trade except that.
But they shouldn't, unless they already got Paul George. They signed Paul George. Because now a team of Maxey, Embiid, Paul George, they would have to make a couple other moves because Tobias Harris is going to get replaced. They need a point guard. You're not going to bring Kyle Lowry back for another year.
No.
But anyway, it's a great trade for the Heat.
Oh, Heat Nation, tell me you wouldn't make that trade in a heartbeat. Oh, but Jaime Jaquez Jr., he's a great rookie. Nah, okay, good enough. I was one time with the Pelicans where we couldn't trade Buddy Hield. His ceiling is too high.
No, we've seen Buddy Hield.
Buddy Hield's played with every team in the league except for the Heat now. So, okay, that trade probably not going to happen. Now, here's another one that gets interesting. A lot of people in Heat Nation say Donovan Mitchell, maybe he's not wanting to be with the Cavaliers. Maybe there could be a trade made. Here's another one by Bleacher Report that has been floated out there as a possibility. The Heat, they get Donovan Mitchell via the Cavaliers, Kyle Kuzma via the Wizards. They have to pay a $13.4 million trade exception for Jimmy Butler, a $2.5 million trade exception for Nikola Jovic, and a $2.3 million trade exception for Tyler Hero. But the Cavaliers get, once again, Tyler Hero, a number 15 pick that's coming up this year, 2026 Suns picks, Clippers, a bunch of first-round picks and some exceptions. 76ers get Jimmy Butler. And then the Wizards would get Paul Reed, Nikola Jovic, Ty Jerome, the 16th pick, some money and exceptions.
So
he
get Booker, 76ers get Jimmy.
No, the Heat get Donovan Mitchell and Kyle Kuzma.
And Kyle Kuzma.
And then have to pay a bunch of money to Jimmy, Nikola, and Tyler Hero because they had the trade exception.
Jokic is going to Cleveland, right?
Jovic is going to the Wizards.
To the Wizards?
Trade, yes.
And Tyler's going to Cleveland?
Tyler's going to Cleveland with that 15th overall pick. And Jimmy Butler goes to the 76ers. Once again.
So you traded Jimmy and Tyler?
Yeah, to get Donovan Mitchell and Kyle Kuzma.
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
Mm-mm.
So is Donovan...
One got to go. I don't think both of them has to go.
That's what I would think. I'd say that once again, that's not going to happen.
And you're helping the other. You're actually weakening yourself. As much as you like Donovan Mitchell, but...
Okay. So Donovan Mitchell right now, better scorer than Jimmy Butler. I'll tell you that. And I know playoff.
Yeah, but he's not a better all-around player.
He looked pretty good the other night.
He's not a better all-around.
And Kyle Kuzma and Tyler Hero, I would say.
See, I'm worried about Kyle Kuzma in Miami.
I don't believe in.
I don't want Kyle Kuzma in Miami.
I never believed in Kyle Kuzma.
It's not I don't believe in him. I believe in him. I just feel like Kyle Kuzma's lived. I don't want to say a privileged life, but he was drafted in LA. You know, he was in the mix. He's like into fashion and all of that. I don't know if his mind
been keeping up with the Kardashians too much.
He's definitely part of that faction, that group.
And he'd love it here in Miami, though.
That's what I'm saying. He would love it in LA.
Hero loves it here.
I think he dated Winnie Harlow, the model.
Plus, once again,
yeah, he would, and he's got a ring already, and he's just all about getting money. That's the thing. That's the thing about Kyle Kuzma. Kuzma got a ring in LA in that bubble. He was the only one that survived the LeBron trades.
Yes, the Anthony Davis.
Right, he was the only one that survived. Everybody else got let go.
Thank goodness he was untouchable. Thank goodness
Lonzo, BI, and all of them. But Kuz he still got let go. Went to Washington. He made the money, and him and Jordan Poole was supposed to be, the light skin attraction to bring back the Wizards into prominence. And as you can see, that didn't happen. I mean, shoot, Jordan Poole got benched. He was coming off the bench.
Yeah. No, his teammates don't rally around Jordan Poole.
Teammates don't rally about him. Kuz is a good guy, whatever, but I don't know. Him in Miami would be dangerous.
Look, Tyler Hero is the part of every trade. He's talked in every trade. This is the problem, Vlad. You brought it up. You can offer him, but that doesn't mean anybody's going to take him.
Yeah. I mean, they're letting you know that they're not really effing with him. You know what I mean?
And the price tag is high.
And that was the other thing. That's what I kept on saying during the playoffs, Cousin. Is that when Jimmy got hurt, it was his time, and that was the bother. That was the thing that bothered me.
I really thought he was
because he was showing us he's a playmaker.
He was going to step it up.
That game when he got 22 and 13, was it 13 or 14 assists? I'm like, okay, Tyler, you showing me a different side of your game. You're not only a bucket getter, but you can also set up for your teammates. And then he followed that with like 3 bad games, and it's like, forget it, man.
Kind of a thud. This is your chance to shine. People get the chance to shine. You
gotta live. Yeah, when you get your chance to shine.
Especially with all of what I would say, the kind of uncertainty that has surrounded you the past 2 off seasons. You could have just put that to rest because he did have a strong when he came back from injury into the season. I thought, okay, he's here to stay, and then Bam looks around. Where is everybody?
I'm gonna tell you this. You know what Riley wants? Riley wants that team that was the number 1 seed that lost to the Celtics on the Jimmy Butler 3-pointer.
Mhm.
He wants that type of team because nobody expected him to be the 1 seed, and nobody expected him to go to the Eastern Conference Finals, even as the 1 seed. But they took Boston to 7 games at Kaseya Center,
Mhm.
and Jimmy had a chance to win the game. The shot looked good. He just missed. That was it. That's the output that I think that Spo and the Heat brass wants to see. That type of team.
Yes.
Because that team was strong. That team was together. They were cohesive. And they played a lot of games together. There was continuity.
The only person that really missed a lot that year was Kyle Lowry for personal reasons.
And Jimmy missed some games, but it was acceptable. It was okay. It
was
wasn't
number 1 seed.
It wasn't like he was going to the Miami. Yeah, it wasn't like the Miami
okay
Open.
when you're a number 1 seed.
When you're
baby.
winning, everything's okay, bro.
Yeah.
Everything's okay. Nobody cares about the
Look,
beast.
Everybody thinks it's hilarious. Dennis Rodman and Carmen Electra. He's drunk in a hotel room taking days off. You know why it's cute and funny? We tell the story now because the Bulls went on to win the championship. Other than that, it's ridiculous. And he's a cancer to the team. That's the whole story. But look, I really do implore Pat Riley and those guys. Let's not play this game anymore. If you want Tyler Hero out of here, find a way to get him out of here. I'm tired of talking about trading him. But then again, Vlad, like you said, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Maybe there's people saying, I mean, that's a high price tag, for a guy that's fragile. You called him fragile, by the way. That wasn't us. You. Now you're trying to sell us on. I don't know. I still think we're basically, and Vlad, mark my words right here. I still think we're going to basically run it back next year because honestly, there's not that many other options.
But here's the problem.
Tell me these trade offers are ridiculous.
You got to try to do something.
We tried.
But I don't think every team there, even whoever wins the championship this year, I don't think you can stay pat. No pun intended. I don't think so.
I don't think there's that many options, Vlad.
You've got to do something. Look at what look what Boston did. Boston changed after they got eliminated by the Heat in 7 games. What they did, they added KP, they added Drew Holiday. They did things. You got to do things.
We've tried.
Denver's gonna do things after they see what Minnesota did. They're like, all right, bet this is the team that's coming for us. If we somehow get out of this series and win the title or whatever, we got to make sure we address certain parts of our team that seems to be a weakness, especially against teams that we feel
they're plugging holes right now.
Right, especially teams that we feel are a threat.
Yeah, because Minnesota and Oklahoma City
threats.
They're not going anywhere.
Dallas threat. They're going. New Orleans threat. Memphis if Jai they could be a threat.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean?
A threat. They were a threat.
So in the East, Boston saw that too. Look what Milwaukee had to do. Did it work out? No. I mean, some science projects, some science experiments blow up in your face. But the Knicks didn't stay pat.
Nope.
Orlando's not going to stay pat.
Whew, they're good too.
Cleveland, nobody knows what's going to happen.
And everybody just assumes Donovan Mitchell wants out in Cleveland because it's Cleveland. What if he's happy there? What if he comes out and says, "No, I've hung over here the rest of my life"? And I mean, he's going to say that, but I mean, what if he really means it?
I don't know if you could stand pat. Obviously, and the other thing about it is you may need to get ready for another star. So maybe it's good to make a move for the superstar now, a young one, maybe 25, between the ages of 25, 28. So that once Jimmy's 2 years or 3 years, or how much, if you do give him the year extension,
you will.
I don't know if they should.
I think they will.
Why?
Got no other out. Vlad, I hate to be like this.
I don't want to count people's pockets, but fam, I'm not paying somebody 37, $60 million.
Who's your better option?
2 years, we'll know. Somebody's going to be available in 2 years.
I'm not arguing that we need to make a move. I'm arguing there are not really any better moves. You're between a rock and a hard place. That's why, mark my words, gonna run it back. And they're going to say, this year we just need to be healthy. That's what Pat Riley was setting it up the other day. We need guys to play more. He's fragile. We need this. Yeah, because he knows. He knows. And yeah, no team wants to deal with Pat Riley because they know he's going to try to fleece them. Or he has that reputation of fleecing people. So
somebody just texted from the 561. Is that Vlad impartial fan or Vlad the Knicks fan? No, it's Vlad. I was out like I've always been.
Oh, Vlad, speaking of being Vlad or just being yourself, we're going to get into what I like real quick. Somebody the other night here in South Florida was just being themselves, and I thought it was beautiful. We're going to talk about that next here on Sports Day 560 WQAM.
Use the rewind feature and listen to anything you missed. Hurry!
All right, we're going to get back to the Miami Heat in just a minute. We are fired up. Heat Nation is fired up. I got my dude, Seth Gelman, hit me up about it. My cousin, well, my cousin, not my cousin, because you're my cousin. On the other side of the family, Rob Day, he's fired up. Appreciate everyone texting. We got some people on the text line going crazy. The Heat, they got us all fired up, and we're not even done with the season yet, and they're done. Oh, let's talk about something that's going to make us happy. Florida Panthers. Woo! That game last night, fun. I was out at Duffy's in Plantation. Sabrina and Justin say hi, by the way, Vlad.
Sabrina, I gotta see you soon.
You're going to be out at Amarant Bank for Game 5. You're at all the Panthers playoff games.
But
you actually got credentials for the Stanley Cup playoffs, actually.
So do you.
I know. Well, I was just, I'm still giving some love. You're out there hobnobbing it, post-game, hanging out with Sergei Bobrovsky, Paul
First
Maurice.
of all, I'd like to say this. I hate the NHL and the NBA.
Whoa.
How you going to put the Panthers and Bruins series in the same nights as the Knicks game? That's not helping Vlad.
I'm sorry, Vlad. They didn't take you into account when they made
those first two games I had to watch at the press box, but I'm like watching, and I'm not really watching. I'm watching, but am I really fully focused?
Were you watching your mouth? Is the better question, because you get very vocal in games.
Yeah, I was watching my mouth.
Good job.
But even if I curse, the fans, the 19,000 strong at Amarant Bank Arena, were gonna drown out my curses. But yeah, there was probably like a lot of. What are you doing? But yeah, I don't like that. Like, I couldn't enjoy the game yesterday.
I'll talk to Paul Silver, Adam Silver, and
Gary Bettman. Gary Bettman stinks. Anyway.
All right.
Anyway, but so it's very hard to watch when you have two teams that you care for, playing at the same time. I understand your problems, Miami, from last year. The NBA and NHL do a terrible job of looking out for the fans with the playoff schedule.
Well, this is a segment called What I Like. So
what do you like?
What we like. Vlad, you were in the locker room talking to the players after game 2, and everyone was talking about the big fight. Paul Maurice, we know he is one not to hold his tongue. He is one to speak truths. And he was asked about the whole Pasternak-Kachuk fight and what impact it might have on the series.
And you're going to see the highlights of it again. I think it's a good thing. You got two elite offensive players. Chuck is a 100-point guy all day long. Pasternak's just this brilliant player, but it's playoffs. They each have their team, right? They got their brothers in the room. It gets a little spicy out there, and they want to go. I think it was awesome. I think when it was over, they both looked like they were fine. Sorry, whoever's offended by that concept, I don't care. I thought it was awesome.
That's awesome.
And get on both.
I like it.
That guy didn't curse. I think he wanted to say that was effing awesome, but
I just love it that he was like, you know what? Forget you. It was awesome. And he kind of said, I apologize if you're gonna finish. He wasn't. He was like, you know what? Forget you. That was awesome. It was awesome. It was great.
It's awesome when your team wins the game and the fight.
It's awesome. He could have said, like, you could tell at first he was trying to be kind of political about it, like, I don't think it has an impact on the game. I think it's good, pretty good. You got two good guys. You know what? No, let me correct myself. That was awesome. If you don't like it, I apologize. But it was awesome. And it was awesome for the game, for the Panthers, for Matthew Tkachuk, not so much for Pasternak, but nonetheless.
He got his ass beat, bro.
He got hit pretty hard.
Daddy, can I go fight him?
Yeah. I learned a long time ago.
Sure, son, go fight him.
Learned a long time ago. Do not ask, because that means you are not ready to fight.
Exactly.
Do not ask. Go out there and do what you got to do. And what is the coach going to say? No. Pretty awesome. Paul Maurice, Panthers, they've been pretty awesome too. All right, get into some more of this Heat talk next. They got us fired up today. That's going to be on Sports Day 560 WQAM.
day. Turn it up. It's Sports Day with Dan Day.
We got a lot going on, not just here in South Florida, but we could have an explosive sports time. And I know we have a lot of people that are transplants from the New York City area, the Northeast. Vlad, my cousin, he is from Brooklyn. Thought about this last night. I was at Duffy's Implantation, which I'm at every Thursday and Friday. I was talking to their manager, David, who's also from New York, and I said, wait a second. The Knicks and the Rangers doing pretty good in the playoffs. If these teams were to make a run and get to the championship,
1994.
this world would go nuts, man.
No, we've seen this already. 1994.
I'm just saying it would still be nuts. I think people are kind of overlooking that because everybody for 2 games wanted to anoint the Minnesota Timberwolves as the NBA champions. For 1 game, they now want to say Boston Celtics are washed.
Listen, man, I hate that we live in a world where
I don't believe either of those.
no, but I don't. But I hate the fact that we live in a world where, everybody's got to just jump on something after 1 game.
Right.
So now, after the loss by the Celtics to the Cavaliers on Thursday, now the question: is this just a blip on the radar, or is there more concern?
Oh no, the talk is this.
But
I
if they
think
win
all
tonight,
4 teams in the West could beat the Boston Celtics right now.
okay, and I think all 14, and I think the Celtics could beat all 4
All 4 teams, yeah.
Like, that's the thing. Like, can we just let things just play out, marinate? Like,
nope.
Why do we? No, we need to make crazy claims and assumptions. So what if the Cavaliers lose tonight by the Celtics win? What's gonna happen? The same thing happened in the first round when Miami hit those 22 threes. Everybody started saying, "Oh my God, can the Celtics get knocked out?" There was craziness was going on. The world was about to end in Boston on WEEI, and then what happened? They won Game 3 and won Game 4, and everything's all right in their world.
Yeah, let's do some more jumping to conclusions. After Boston Bruins defeat Florida Panthers in Game 1, I was told by someone that you and I both know, Vlad, this is going to be a sweep by the Bruins. Wait and see. I waited, and I saw that it is not. I'm waiting now, and I'm watching what looks to be a superior team, the Florida Panthers, playing some pretty darn good hockey. But yeah, this week alone, let's talk about some of the conclusions that have been jumped to. Minnesota Timberwolves, the new guard is here. Denver.
Oh, no, the new guard is here.
I know, but no, I mean, they're going to win the championship.
I don't know if they're going to win the championship.
They figured out how the new NBA is. You got a bunch of big men. You got Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards is Michael Jordan. Once again.
He was playing like him.
Okay. Denver, blow it up.
Yeah.
They had their 1 year.
Relax.
Jokic is washed. He's figured out that 3-time MVP has been figured out. What else? The Boston Bruins, some people could sweep the Panthers. That's not also going to happen. Boston Celtics, they're washed. You saw that they were susceptible, even though they beat the Heat by like 30, 40 points every game, except for that game 2. Nonetheless, they're not even good enough to make the Western Conference playoffs, much less win and everything. Okay, pump the brakes. New York Rangers, curse is lifted. They got this. Carolina Hurricanes can't win a playoff game when it counts. All right, slow down. Because, tomorrow, Vlad, we can come on, like you said, Celtics still the best team in the NBA. Denver and Minnesota don't play tonight, but, Nuggets got it all figured out. They've righted the ship. Minnesota doesn't have the experience. I don't know about the Rangers. It totally just narratives can just flip. So let's pump the brakes a little bit on that. Let's continue to dive down on Jimmy Butler and the trades and Tyler Hero. What Pat Riley said. Pat Riley just throwing it out there too, man. Like he called. So what was the body count on that one? Tyler Hero's fragile.
Everybody got murked except for Bam.
Jimmy Butler needs to shut his mouth
and play more.
The whole team needs to be healthier and play more, aka
even Spocourt won.
Toughen up.
Even Spocourt.
So how did
he said that Spo needs, Spo may need to change some things up, offensively and things to that matter. Everybody was catching strays, man.
Body count right there, man.
Streets needed a body, and Roz was ready to give it.
Pasternak he didn't catch a stray.
He just caught.
He caught
right
1-2.
hand.
He caught a 1-2 right there.
I loved it. The minute after the fight show, they showed Daddy Kachuk.
He loved it.
And
I
Mommy
mean-
Kachuk. And Mommy Kachuk looked like she was more happy than Daddy Kachuk.
Yeah, I mean, you like it when your son wins. But now,
No, because she's so used to it. Come on, man. Imagine raising those boys, the Kachuk brothers. And then raising them. You know they were fighting in the basement in Canada.
so the goon for Boston, Morrow, he said that it was a dirty play. I didn't expect you and I've talked. I don't think it was exactly dirty.
By who? By
Like
Matthew?
Kachuk, yeah.
Bro,
Uh,
you wanted
I didn't think it
smoke.
was excessive.
You got burnt. That's it.
Yeah, but I didn't think it was excessive. Like the man wasn't on the ground.
He's
laying
not
out-
a fighter. So if
Right.
that's not, let me ask you this, bro.
No, I'll tell you this. I go to the elbow room tonight,
All right.
and Matthew Kachuk bumps up against me and says,
I mean,
you got an effing problem. You
It'll
know
be
what I'm
kinda
going to do?
difficult since he's in Boston, but I'm
He might
going
be
with
back
you.
for the night.
I'm
You know
going
what I'm
with you.
saying? Or let's say I go to Boston this week, whatever.
What was the club that they went to? The Heat went to. What's that club?
I don't know.
Maybe the Panthers go to that club that the Heat
Doesn't
went to.
matter. Matthew Kachuk brushes up against me, or for what I spill a drink on him or something.
And he says, "Hey man, what's your problem?
You got an effing problem? I don't want that smoke. I'm
buy
not.
him another drink.
I'm gonna go. Whoa.
Let me get you another drink."
I'm man enough to admit
You're wrong.
I don't want to test my strength against Matthew Kachuk. I don't need to find out.
It's all right, son. It's good to live another day.
Like, hey man, look, and you know, not to reason with him, but I'll be like, hey, you know, look, man, I'm sorry. I don't mean you got a problem. Step outside. Nope, not doing it. Not doing it. And if you want to call me a punk, okay.
Listen, Craig, this is the only things you need right here. That's a great late great John Witherspoon told Craig on Friday. Passionac, you wanted smoke. You
got
asked, can I get into this fight? Your coach said, okay. So everybody wanted you to do it. You wanted to do it, and you had the backing of your squad, your coach, and your team. You went on the ice. Matthew wanted all the smoke because Matthew wants all the smoke. Matthew leveled you.
He got you.
Busted your ass.
Shouldn't have been there.
And he could have done worse. So everybody's saying, oh, you're not supposed to punch somebody in the ground. Get the hell out of here.
I didn't think it was excessive. Now, I mean, I'm apparently by the letter of the law of the unwritten rules, it was maybe a hit when he was already had a knee on the ground or something like that. It's like, I'm sorry, Matthew Kachuk wasn't measuring.
No,
how close
and not
he was
only
to the
that,
ground.
if you didn't really like, if you were watching it
I
live,
didn't think it was really that bad of a
you
fight.
thought Pasternak. I was like, wait a minute. I thought he got knocked down. He got up and he got on top
Yeah,
of
no one says anything about him jumping on top when the referees were holding Matthew
right.
Kachuk
So
down.
I'm like,
and throwing him.
I didn't know. I was like, oh, maybe he didn't get beat up that bad because he got up pretty quick and was on top of him. Then when you watch the replay, he was like, oh, he got leveled.
He got caught. He got
He
caught.
got mollywop.
I thought it was just, I really did. And especially in real time, looked like it absolutely. But I mean,
Oh, on real time, you could. I was like, damn,
the
he just
next
got
day,
knocked
though,
out.
I'm seeing brawl.
No. That third period, I don't.
It was fights. It was nasty.
No, that third period was long. Let me tell you. You know how long it was? Put it this way. The game started at 7:30, right? The next game started at 8 p.m.
The game ended at 10.
No, the game ended
10:15.
like 10:30.
I've been
Yeah,
out all night.
no, the game,
26
the
Brewers,
third
that's too
period
good.
was long, bro.
A lot of
It
penalties,
got
a lot of
to the
penalties.
point they couldn't even fit people in the penalty box. They was just like,
Good.
oh, you gave him a 10-minute
Good.
major? Just send him to the locker room.
Let's
Go to the
go.
locker room. Just go to the locker room. You're done.
Go.
Game over. It's bad. You're getting your ass beat. It would have been cool. You got the split. Let's go back to Boston. You know, let's get ready for game 3.
Yeah, it's real simple. We did what we wanted to do.
Nah, you
Take
got
one.
this. Now you got the Cats upset. You got them angry. They got their rhythm back. They got their mojo.
Yeah.
And they beat your ass. They wanted to beat. They've been dying to beat your ass physically. They did that. So they beat you mentally, physically, everything.
Mhm.
Panthers whooped that ass. And they brought that momentum into game 3. Now, I'm not saying they dominating them because the 2 wins were dominating.
They did.
I'm not saying they're dominating because it's a series. I can understand if it was 3 games, 3-game zip, and they won like every game like this, 6-1, 6-2. That way, I'm like, yeah, they pretty handling them. But not after what I saw Boston do in game 1. What they can do, still a pretty damn good team.
Yeah.
So I don't know about no domination, but whatever that week off, that week rust is off now.
Yeah, that's the thing. You might have a rusty game, but they're back in
That
full
rust
form
is
now. That's
out.
going. And now they look sharp. They looked real sharp last night. I was so proud of them.
And you're not gonna, you know what? And the other thing I realized, you're not gonna win when you have goaltending problems.
Yeah, they got some issues. Well, and no, actually,
Both teams.
Swayman actually did good.
He
held
did
up for as
great
long
in
as he
game
could.
1, but game 2, I mean, when they take you out after 3, cool. But he
Game
got
3, he was doing good for a while. It's just he got, I think at one point it was like 26-7 shots Panthers to the Bruins. Just getting shots. They were not getting much.
That's why I think the best series will be Panthers Rangers, because you got 2 great goalies going at it.
It's gonna be fun. Let's go. Panthers, they take that 2-1 series lead, defeating Boston 6-2 last night. Game 4 tomorrow night, 6:30. Tonight at 7, you get Rangers looking to sweep the Hurricanes. Then at 10 o'clock, the Stars and the Avalanche are tied at 1. Stars, for being a 1 seed, have sure had a hard road, man. They get the current defending Stanley Cup champions in the Vegas Golden Knights in the first round. Eke by that. And then your reward is you get the Avalanche in the next round, who we know is a good team, and they've got championship pedigree too.
So what, you thought it was great for the Panthers to go against the Lightning? Everybody, the Eastern Conference champions many times over the last decade. And but I know 2, but they might have won 3 Stanley Cup titles, but I know they won 2.
3.
They won 3 over what, a decade?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you think going against that and that number 88, that goalie in the playoffs was easy? And then now you got to go against a team that's won over 100 points. I mean,
there's no easy ones.
There's no easy
but
in hockey.
I mean, number 1 overall in the West, and that's your reward.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
Not an easy path.
I mean, shoot, the Rangers were number 1 in the East. You think it's good for them to go against Carolina in the second round?
So far, it's been a pretty good.
But I'm just saying, it's, you've gotten away with it because you won 3 1-goal games, but it could go the other way around. It could go the other way around
tonight. The Hurricanes they'll throw their best effort to try to get one.
When you're doing goalie switches during the middle of a series, that's not good.
No. Do not want that. Pacers did down the Knicks 111-106, making the series 2-1 in New York's favor. I really thought the Knicks were going to find a way to win, and then the Pacers hit a miraculous 3. It
is what it is.
Yeah, it happens in the playoffs.
I'm not upset with that loss.
Not the end of the world.
I'm not upset with that loss. I saw more jewels in that loss than I would have thought. Fact that Alec Burks gave the Knicks some quality minutes off the bench. Fact that the bench actually showed up and scored some points. I don't expect Jalen Brunson to have that bad of a game. It took him a while to get going
by his standard,
and the way he's been playing the postseason. I'm not upset by that. That was a good game.
It's a playoff game. It's a playoff series,
right? I could bitch about calls, but then that would just be I got away with some calls, and my team got away with some calls in game 1 and game 2. But that was a goaltending on Josh Hart's layup attempt by Miles Turner.
Oh, you thought so?
Yeah,
I saw a replay. It didn't look like it.
No, the ball hit the backboard, and then he hit it.
Oh, I thought he hit it into the backboard.
Nah, he hit the backboard
and
first.
Then total goaltending.
And then that was a bad. And then the bad goaltending.
That was a bad goaltend.
The one where the iHeart, where the ball hit the backboard and was it going to hit the rim?
Oh yeah. But I think that was the whole part that it had already hit the backboard.
But then that's what I'm saying. It's not hitting the rim. He's rebounding it. It wasn't like he hit the ball, it hit the backboard, and then he hit it. No, he was grabbing it off the backboard. It's a missed shot. Anyway.
So it took a miraculous.
Whatever. It took a miraculous shot by a guy who was 0 for 8.
He fumbled it twice.
He fumbled the ball
twice.
When you look at the replay, you're like, nah, you know what? I was supposed to win that.
So he fumbled it, kind of took a dribble, fumbled on the shot, recovered, and made it. Even Tyrese Halliburton was going.
They knew it was luck.
What?
It was luck. But what I would give them credit though, they out-nicked the Knicks. They got the rebounds, offensive rebounds.
Yeah, they were very strong on the board.
They got offensive rebounds late. I don't know if that was the move by Tibbs, because Tibbs did something different. He put Hartenstein on Pascal Siakam. So I don't know if having that guy, the big man outside, took away from the paint where he can rebound. But nonetheless, it was a great game.
And the
Knicks
Knicks also
series.
weren't playing with OG and Anunoby.
Well, we're not going to have OG for
Right.
a minute, so we might not have OG for the rest of the playoffs. But it was a good game. Good game tomorrow, 3:30. You'll see the early reactions of Vlad.
Of course. Oh goodness.
It's only 3:30. It's only 30 minutes. It's only 30 minutes.
The Nuggets, they were done. They were dead in the water, Vlad.
Listen.
The Nuggets are done.
My friend told me, he asked me if this was the biggest game in Minnesota Timberwolves history.
I would say yes.
I think it was the biggest game in Minnesota Timberwolves history, because you win 3-0. It's over. it's over. Now you got Denver.
Well, maybe not the biggest game in Timberwolves.
Yeah, it
history.
was because you
Remember
go
that year
3-0.
with Kevin Durant? Not Kevin Durant.
Right? No. That's been the
Kevin
biggest game since
Garnett.
that.
Kevin Garnett was the number 1
The game
seed.
7 against
Yeah,
the Sacramento Kings.
right.
But last night was the biggest game in Minnesota history since that time.
Yes.
They lose tomorrow, bro. You go 2-2 heading back to Denver.
And nobody's won on their home court yet. It's who knows.
Who?
I'm saying if
the
series goes 2-2 and you go
right.
back to Denver, no one's won a home game yet. You don't know. It's a best of 3.
We've seen series like that where the first 6 games, the road team wins the games.
Yeah, you just don't know. And then you start saying, "Oh, the Timberwolves, they're really that good? Is Denver really being Denver again? Is that what Denver's going to do like Kansas City Chiefs did? That championship breed, just find ways to win and use as little energy as possible. And right when you think they're dead, they come out and they beat you. Might be another formula right there.
It's good for the script. Show that, championship heart.
Today at 3:30, you get Thunder Mavs. I expect the Thunder to roll. I think they're really, really good, but the Mavs, they got some tricks up their sleeve. Then at 8:30, Celtics Cavaliers. Once again, I expect the Celtics to roll, but I mean, you never know. That's why we play these games. Both those series are tied at 1. Dolphins rookie camp continues while their linebacker, Jalen Phillips, has graduated officially from the University of Miami. Speaking of the University of Miami, their baseball team defeated Virginia Tech 8-6 yesterday. Game 2 is today at 7. The Marlins, they took on the Phillies yesterday. They lost 8-2. They play again today at 4. Brian De La Cruz just keeps getting hits. But he's real cheap, Vlad, so he's not getting paid a ton of money. So there's hope that he may still be on this team for a while.
Yeah, okay, whatever. He's getting traded.
What about Jazz Chisholm?
He's getting traded.
Man. At this point, are you really like, does it sting anymore?
Sting what?
I mean, I love Brian De La Cruz. He's my favorite player before the season even started. But
really, you became? I thought with Luis Arraez.
No, it's always been Brian. I mean,
Okay.
always for the past 2 years, Brian De La
Okay.
Cruz. But I mean, like, would it sting me that much? Other than my favorite player got traded, I'm done. That Luis Arraez trade it stung too much after that. Like, and then you hear they were actually trying to trade him in the spring training. So it's like this has been in the works for a while. Like, Peter Bendix and those guys are already planning on totally blowing everything up. I guess we should have known when Kim Ang went to the playoffs and she got not demoted, but not promoted or extended, that maybe things were amiss in the organization. And I know, don't text in, you should have known 15 years ago that things were amiss in the organization. You know what I mean. Oh, man. Inter Miami, they're good, though. They try to reassert their dominance tonight, 7:30 against Montreal CF. This is an important game, Vlad, and I know you're saying, why is it so important? Because looking forward, Copa America is coming, and most likely Lionel Messi and Luis Suarez are going to miss some time for Inter Miami because they got their international duty. And we know how good this team is without those two guys.
Tell me, we have Copa America coming.
Copa America right
and
here.
We have the Euros. Euros coming at the same time. That means all the great football players, soccer, will be with their countrymen.
Countries, yes.
And we also have the Olympics upcoming too.
That is true.
Are the professionals allowed to play in the Olympics?
Yes. Messi has won a gold medal. So yeah,
that's why we're gonna have some great soccer.
Let's get these points.
Wait, is Copa here?
Copa is right here in MIA, baby, United States, because the USA, the Yanks are going to take that trophy.
Hard Rock,
baby.
But when you say it's in Miami, that's where the finals will be. But it's
all across.
The tournament's all around.
Yeah,
but the final will be in Miami.
The Yanks gonna take that trophy, and I am going to walk around with my kid on, so proud.
USA versus it's gonna be USA Argentina or USA Brazil,
something like that.
It's probably gonna be Brazil Argentina.
Yeah, Brazil knows how to crap the bed. Okay, Pele ain't playing no more.
Relax. They got
that home pitch advantage.
Who?
USA.
And
go ahead now.
And
I'm gonna wear that kit. Say what you want. Say what you want.
You can wear the kit.
I'm gonna wear it loud and proud.
But them South American powers are gonna come in and whoop that ass.
Whoop
that ass.
Powers.
Yes. Argentina is not a power.
Messi's a power.
Is Argentina the country not a power?
Messi. I'm telling you.
Let me look at the world. Let me look at the rankings here and see where the United States are and where the South.
It don't matter about that. It matters about us winning that cup.
Okay, you're not even the fifth favorite in
Not even the fifth favorite. What you think Venezuela coming in here and tapping that? You know what? You think Jamaica? Oh, although Jamaica's been pretty good lately.
Okay,
I'm not
then.
gonna lie.
All right, then.
They beat us a couple times.
Okay, then.
You got this though.
Yeah, you got.
You never know in soccer though.
I
guarantee
know.
If Messi gets
I know
hurt,
what the
you
joke-
think Argentina?
All right, so right now
it's Argentina, Brazil. It's Brazil, Argentina.
No. The top
Uruguay.
Let me tell you the top 10 teams in the world: Argentina, France, Belgium, England, Brazil, Portugal, Netherlands, Spain, Italy, and Croatia. The United States is not even in the top 10, and you're telling me that they're gonna whip that ass?
You telling me that Spain's playing in the Copa America? You telling me that Belgium's playing in the Copa America? No. I would say it's probably Argentina, Brazil, Uruguay, and then United States. Although Jamaica has been beating us lately. It's been tough. It's been tough times. We'll see.
Show me the full rankings, mister.
Just read the South American teams. We know Argentina.
All right, we're at
Brazil.
11. So we're 11.
Okay, Argentina and Brazil are the only.
So Argentina, yeah, Colombia is 12.
So we're ahead of Colombia.
Mexico is 14.
We hate Mexico.
And the Uruguayans are 15.
Oh crap! Uruguay
They've
slipping.
gone. Yeah, they've slipped.
Although Suarez has been really good for Inter Miami. So
Dude, come on, bro. Colombia, Argentina, Brazil, they're gonna whip that ass.
Okay,
they're gonna whip that ass.
That's not a very American ethos.
I'm just saying they're just gonna whip that ass. Like
that's what they all say.
They're powers. But good luck.
Okay, home turf, home pitch.
It doesn't matter about home turf.
And for people who are like, well, I can't believe Dan Day's representing for the United States. Sorry, I'm proud of my country. Go ahead and yell at me. Tell me that I'm delusional and whatever else you want to say. You're proud of your country, aren't you? Maybe your country's the United States. It would be wonderful. Winning any cup is wonderful. Hopefully, Inter Miami get that MLS cup too.
All right, I will say this: the United States do win this tournament. That'd probably be the biggest win in a long time. Because you're beating the powerhouse.
Is that your biggest? I mean, that might be your biggest.
Yeah.
Okay, we're getting off the subject. But
I'm just saying,
Inter Miami needs to start garnering as many points as possible because some of their best players are going to not be with the team later in the year.
So guess what? Those players have been sitting on the bench. Get your ass ready. Ice up, son, like Steve Smith Sr. would say, because you're gonna get some time on the pitch. Keep this thing going.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what it is. It's not. We can't start relying. Oh my God. Messi and Suarez aren't here. Oh my God, the Busquets and all these guys aren't here. That's why we're not winning. What's gonna happen next season when they're not here?
Cross that bridge. That's when Antoine Griezmann are gonna be over here making some plays.
All right.
Oui. Mon sorry.
Okay.
Mon frère. Okay. Let's go ahead and real quick. Let's take a step into the day spa. 106-year-old man has become the world's oldest skydiver.
Well, he was trying to get to the heavens.
A couple things. Number one, no way am I ever going to skydive.
I'm not at 106.
No way am I ever going to live to be 106.
I might live to be 106, but I'm not skydiving at 106.
I'm barely living right now, Vlad, to be honest with you.
Hey, man.
Barely living. Oh, let's transition a little bit into the Dolphins. Tua, did he get disrespected the other day? Did someone disrespect Tua?
Who disrespected Tua?
We're going to talk it out. We're going to figure it out next on Sports Day 560 WQAM.
Miami teams, and more can be heard on the free Odyssey app. Don't miss out. Download it today and make WQAM your favorite station.
Tua Tagovailoa has been disrespected. Well, that's what I thought initially, and then kind of went through it all, and we'll see. Let's decide, Vlad. CBS Sports' Cody Benjamin released his rankings of quarterbacks, and at Tua Tagovailoa, he has put him at number 12. And you go, 12th best quarterback in the league? What in the world is he doing? The guy led the league in passing, went to the playoffs 2 years in a row. Fishing is all get up. Tyreek Hill would have probably had 2,000 yards if he didn't get hurt. So you say, okay. Before we try to burn an effigy of Cody Benjamin, let's break down his rankings.
I always find that funny. Burning effigy. That just sounds funny.
Instead of burning the man, I mean, you don't like murder. I don't want to murder somebody, Vlad. I just want to, let him know. Send a message.
You don't want to murder me, so let's just get something that looks like me and burn him.
Yeah.
You still want to murder me, guys. You might not.
The real question is, Vlad, have you ever burned an effigy?
No.
Yeah, neither me.
Nah, man, I'm Haitian, bro.
I'm white from the South. I can't burn anything.
Yeah, but our Creole background, you don't want to do none of that.
No, you leave that to the professionals.
Yeah, leave that to the doctors.
Yeah. Oh, man. I'm going back to New Orleans next month. I'm going to run through a graveyard at night one of these nights, man. See if I still got it. You know what goes on in the graveyards at night.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Craziness.
Ooh. Okay, so Cody Benjamin, he's got his Tua Tagovailoa at number 12. So number 1, duh.
All right, let's start this is what I want
Jimmy
everything to start.
Garoppolo, obviously,
No,
number 1.
this is what I wanted to start, all right? There's just things in life that are just given.
Don't even write it.
We already know who number 1 is.
Leave it out.
Just leave it out. Let's start from number 2. Every list that starts with quarterback,
number 2 is going to
start from number 2 because we already know 15's number 1.
This is where I get mad, and I was, throwing things across the room. His number 2. I'll give you 3 guesses, and you're not going to get it.
Number 2?
Number 2.
It can't be Brock Purdy.
How'd you guess?
Because he's going with the guy that just finished in the Super Bowl. Right.
There you go.
Yeah.
Number 2. So now I'm throwing things across the room, and I'm like,
because you know why? You know when number 2 a year ago was?
Who was in the
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts. Yep.
And I bet you now he's taking a fall in the rankings.
A little bit.
Yeah.
So not number 3, Josh Allen. Once again, until we beat Josh Allen, we can't say anything about Josh Allen.
That's your daddy.
Can't say anything. Tua, you got to go out there and beat him.
Daddy Dolphin. Josh Allen.
Number 4, Joe Burrow. Okay. Now I know other people are going to say, well, he's been hurt.
Listen, I love Joe.
But when Joe's healthy, man.
When Joe's healthy, Joe's healthy, I like Joe. Yeah, I got no problem with that.
He's the only person that makes Patrick Mahomes every once in a while roll over in bed.
You might have to give him the people's eyebrow. I'll be like,
Patrick Mahomes every once in a while might roll over in bed and go, Brittany, you awake? Okay.
No. He doesn't do that. He just be like, Brittany goes, is everything okay, Pat?
Oh, yeah. What were you thinking about?
That Burrow, man. I need to smoke on that Burrow pack. I'm going to call my daddy. Hey, Daddy, you still got any more of that Burrow pack?
Ooh, he's calling his dad, man.
Yeah, Daddy. Remember when Daddy? Yeah, we gonna smoke that Burrow pack.
Pops got arrested and said for drinking and.
By the way, you got enough money. Can you not just have a driver for you?
Yeah, and that man said, "I met his mom at a liquor store, and I ain't changing."
I love that man. That's when you know that Pat's got black in him.
That man straight up said, I ain't changing. They're like, but don't you feel bad? I ain't changing. When I get bailed out of here by my son, guess where I'm going first things first. He didn't say that, at least on the record, but you know where he's going.
He gonna go drinking.
All right, number 5. This one, it's got
Lamar?
CJ Stroud. It's got me a little question.
Nah, all right. You know what?
The jury's still out a little bit.
Dude, I know everybody. You know who Houston is now? Houston's the Detroit Lions of last year. Everybody's loving the Texans now.
Yeah.
Right? So they're jumping on the Texans bandwagon. CJ Stroud had a tremendous year. You were the first to say it. I remember you like, I would take CJ Stroud before the draft, before 2023's draft. You said I would take CJ Stroud with the number 1 pick before Bryce Young. I was like, really? I don't know. I wasn't gung-ho about it like you were. You proved to be right. But to have him ahead of Lamar Jackson,
the MVP,
2-time MVP.
So he is right ahead of Lamar Jackson at number 6. Number 7, Jalen Hurts.
You see the drop? That's a pretty significant drop from 2 to 7.
This is where I start kind of 8, Dak Prescott.
Number wise, you got to put it.
I got to put Tua ahead. Now, I understand the reasoning. Now, this is why I'm not infuriated.
2 was number 1 in playoff game. At least
Dak has won playoff games.
Yeah.
They did play head-to-head last one. I'm going to say head-to-head. Their teams played head-to-head, and Tua did win that game. Dak did look terrible in the playoff last year.
I can understand.
But they're giving Dak the benefit of the doubt.
I can understand them having Dak ahead of Tua, but I can understand those who feel like Tua's a better quarterback. They keep pretty much the Spider-Man meme to me. They both the same type of quarterback.
Now, the final 3 are going to anger Dolphin Nation, Dolphin fandom.
Let me guess now. Let me see. So you mentioned 7 already, right?
Yes.
And let's see who's in the
top.
top.
Wait, I've actually 8.
You mentioned 8. So who's in? So the 8. We already know who number 1 is. We don't have to. He goes nameless. Because, So you said
2 is Brock Purdy.
Purdy's
3 Josh Allen.
4 is Burrow.
4 is Burrow.
5
5
is
CJ Stroud.
6 is Lamar.
7 Jalen Hurts. 8 Dak Prescott. Number
9.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Are they gonna put Trevor Lawrence ahead of?
No.
Okay, they didn't put Trevor Lawrence. They got my boy Aaron.
He is number 11.
Okay.
Right ahead of
your
Dolphins quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa.
Oh, 2 is 10.
I'm sorry?
2 is 10.
2 is 12.
Oh, he's ahead, you said. Okay.
No, he's Aaron Rodgers is ahead.
Oh, wow. Okay, I can understand. Herbert?
Yes. Justin Herbert is in at number 9. Once again, everyone has their opinion on Tua, Justin Herbert. So far, from the outside eye, Justin Herbert has had a better career than Tua.
So wait a minute. Are you telling me number 10 is number 10 from the NFC?
Yes, sir.
There's no way they put Jordan Love ahead of him.
Exactly.
There's no way they put it. Because I'm thinking about it. I'm like, if you told me that they got Aaron at 11 and they got Tua at 12. So I'm trying to think of all the quarterbacks. I know you're not moving Trevor Lawrence because Sunshine didn't have a good he didn't have a good year. But they moved Jordan Love ahead. Nah,
the argument is Jordan Love's won more playoff games.
They already play. They both cheat. Both.
They also have Jordan Love ahead of Aaron Rodgers. So they're saying that basically Green Bay did the right thing.
They did.
Okay.
They did do the right thing.
I mean, number 1, okay. Number 2,
That's
Brock
crazy.
Purdy. That's a little high, but I understand the reasoning.
Prisoner of the moment.
3, Josh Allen owns us. You can't argue about that. Joe
I get
Burrow,
that.
4, when he's healthy, he's dangerous, man.
Joe's the only one that can see Pat.
Flavor of the month. He's won a playoff game. Whatever.
Definitely prisoner of the moment.
Happy about
so you've had 2 prisoner of the moments rankings.
Lamar Jackson at number 6. That's a little low.
How can he be below CJ Stroud when he lost to CJ Stroud? No, when CJ Stroud lost to him.
Yeah.
That makes no sense by their theory.
Jalen Hurts, okay. I mean, they were 10-1 last year until they just totally imploded.
It is what it is. He's still a top 10 quarterback.
Dak Prescott, like if you give me the option between Tua or Dak, I'm taking Tua. But that may be just me, okay? He has won some playoff games. Okay. Justin Herbert, whether, you pick and choose who you love more. That's
They
fine.
just love Herbert more than Tua.
Yeah. And Jordan Love, come on. Like, that's a little bit of a reach. That's a little too soon right there. A little too soon for me.
That's a Sue Surf reach.
And then you got Aaron Rodgers, who was an all-time great. You don't know. That's a question mark. He could be healthy. He could be not healthy.
I'm still taking Aaron over Tua.
Okay. So,
but that's just because of the resume.
I think reasonably, number 1 is number 1. If you want to make a case for Brock Purdy, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, I got you. CJ Stroud, you can move him back. Lamar.
He's top 10, though. He is top 10.
I'm saying Tua should be in the top 10. Definitely in the top 10.
I can't argue.
Okay.
I can't argue that.
I mean, I hate to be like this. I'm going to go the opposite. If you give me a choice between Brock Purdy or Tua Tagovailoa,
I'm still taking Purdy.
You taking Purdy?
Yeah.
I take Tua.
No, I'm going to take Brock.
I take Tua. Now, you can't argue the Josh Allen.
I'm going to take Brock.
Joe Burrow,
you know why I'm going to take Brock? I've seen Brock do it 4 times.
Okay.
I mean, mind you, if he doesn't get hurt in that first series against San Francisco in the NFC Championship game, we don't know how that
Right.
game ends.
Right.
You know, they ran through 3 quarterbacks. Credit to the Eagles for beating that ass and like injuring their quarterback, but we don't know how that game is going to be if he's
Was
healthy.
that a game plan?
Dude, if the game plan is to hurt the quarterback and he could knock him out, extra kudos for you. Extra ducats in your pockets.
There you go.
You know,
Lamar,
but
Jalen Hurts. Okay, I got you.
Jalen Hurts, you're giving him the because he's led the team to 3 postseasons and he got them to the Super Bowl and he was a field goal away from winning the Super Bowl.
I still got Tua over Dak. Justin Herbert, Tua, they're pretty equal to me, but I'll take Tua just because I know Tua better. And right now, I'll take Tua over Jordan Love because Jordan Love 1 year does not make you a top 10 quarterback.
We getting tweets right now. I mean, from our YouTube. Jordan Love getting the bag. Cap for life. Jordan Love getting that bag. I pray we play Matt LaFleur week 1, bro. They better not. They were like, they better not have Love ahead of Tua. They do.
They do.
Cap for life. Dallas and Miami are spitting mirror images of each other, which is true. Menu. Tua's better than Dak.
I agree.
You know,
Tua's a top 10 quarterback.
Tua
Okay.
is a top 10 quarterback. I can understand if you have him in the lower third of the lower half. I can see that.
That's okay.
But Tua versus Purdy, Tua versus Love. I think I'm gonna go with Tua because of the experience.
I would absolutely. I go with that. I don't think they were disrespecting him. I kind of, now that I see the methodology of how they put this top 10 together, I'm not totally mad. So how can Tua solve this problem?
Win, baby.
Win big games and win playoff games. And guess what? You will be high on that list next year.
And you get paid.
You will be high on the pay scale of the NFL. And you and I, Vlad, will be high.
Well, I am always.
Just, with the wins and everything like that.
Oh, okay.
What'd you think of me? Keeping it a buck, man. Let's keep it a buck next here on 560 WQAM.
maybe in this song, you shouldn't start by saying,
I said it, I know that you mad. I've emptied the clip over friendlier jabs. You mentioned my seed, now deal with his dad. I gotta go bad, I gotta go bad.
Who in the world is this?
Yeah,
I have no idea.
You don't know that boy's voice?
Is that Drake?
Canadian.
It's Drake?
Yeah. Keep it PG.
Not bad. Not bad.
PG. Oh, this song was great until Meet the Grams came out 30 minutes after this song came
I
out.
played so many of the diss tracks Thursday night at Duffy's because people kept requesting it.
Oh, wait, which song were they requesting?
All of them. They just
They wanted all of
They
them?
just kept requesting. Euphoria was one of them.
Oh, Kendrick killed him.
And they're like, can you play this? I'm like, I don't think it's gonna play well here, but okay.
I know one song that you played that had to play well.
I don't know.
No,
I'm unsettled.
No. It's got it. This song, if you played this song, I know
I'm sure I
everybody
did,
was dancing.
But I mean, there was a lot of Guinness going around. For me, at least.
What do you mean?
Clive and I were taking Jameson shots.
I know if this song
That's
came
when
out,
things got-
people were dancing.
I see dead people.
Yeah. I knew this one.
Mustard on the beat.
Mustard on the beat.
I know they were dancing at Duffy's.
Always.
They were dancing to this, huh? I know you must have seen some crip walking.
I don't know if there's a lot of crip walking in Plantation, but yeah, people were getting down.
I know they were crip walking. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this beef is over.
Thank God.
No, I loved it. No, I
No, I
wanted
did not
no.
love it.
I
very
wanted
unsettled.
more.
People got shot. People breaking into Drake's house.
That's
Time
on
to
him.
end it. Biden should have stepped in a long time ago. That's what I say.
Biden, get out of here. Anyway,
Get the president involved in
it's
the beef.
over.
Good.
Drake has lost. Kendrick
Good.
has won.
I don't care who wins or loses as long as nobody dies.
Nobody died.
All right,
Well,
good.
nobody died. Come
Not yet. I mean, a guy did get shot, a security guard.
It happens.
People are taking it too far. Okay.
Like the great Cameron Giles said in the movie.
It was on CNN the other day.
Hey, cats get shot every day, B.
They do get shot.
Yeah,
every
you
day.
all right though. You strong.
CNN had talking about the Kendrick Lamar Drake beat. They're like the what do you call it? Pulitzer Prize winning laureate Kendrick Lamar is spiraling. And I was like, yeah, I didn't notice that. Realize that he has won that award, and he's got some hefty awards to be saying some nasty things like that.
He won, man. That's
Good.
it. It's over. Kendrick won.
Excellent. Keep it a buck. Real quick, I do want to keep it a buck. After watching these past 3 Florida Panthers, Boston Bruins games, I am confident that the Panthers will win this series 4-2. That's just keeping it a buck.
So you're saying Boston's gonna win tomorrow and then Panthers win game 5 and
In
game
some way,
6?
shape, or form, Boston's going to get another. They're actually a really good team. I mean, I don't think people are thinking they suck, but they're a very, very good team, capable of winning at least one more game in this series. So don't freak out. I'm going to freak out if we lose another game, but that's just me always freaking out. That's it. Keep it a buck. I'm still very confident. I will maintain my confidence until the Panthers are dead, but I don't think they're dying anytime soon. Vlad, what do you want to keep a buck? Other than this beef being over. We have a new beef, by the way, but we'll get into that.
Oh, we do have new beef. We have all right, you know what? I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Man.
I don't like to see old men beef. Shaq, Shaq, here's the thing I hate about Shaq. I don't care, man. Shaq is the biggest hypocrite.
Get off my man.
He's a hypocrite. I know he went to LSU. He's a hypocrite.
Play for the Heat.
I don't care, but he's a hypocrite. You can't be saying, oh, I get upset when my name is not mentioned in the GOAT conversation because I didn't take things seriously. And then somebody says the same thing you said, you get upset. Like, come on, man. You clownish behavior, bro. Clownish behavior. You want to be relevant so bad, but you do goofy stuff.
He's got feelings, man.
He's a big goof.
We
How about
know
that?
Forever that Shaq's
Shaq's the big
feelings.
goof.
He has feelings.
He's
He
the
and
big
Kobe
goof.
got into it. Took things personal with Kobe.
You sensitive. That now I see. Yeah.
he's got
No wonder
feelings.
Shawnee didn't love you.
He's got feelings, man. There's nothing wrong with having feelings.
No wonder wifey didn't really love you.
Love Shaq University. No, Shaq has always had feelings. We know
He's
that.
a sensitive big.
He is sensitive. He's a sensitive guy.
He's sensitive, but you shouldn't be sensitive 7 foot. Come on, man.
Him and Shannon Sharp have been getting into it too, publicly. That's my thing. If you want to get into it,
No, but that's the thing. Shaq's, and this is going to be Shaq's move because this is Shaq's move all the time. oh, I want to apologize. I was speaking to my mama, and my great father would never raise and
Ma
never raise
Harrison.
me. Yeah, great Sergeant Harrison would never raise a son to talk like that.
Man learns.
So I want to be a role model. Yeah, blah 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 blah. I'm sorry. Shut up.
That new beef. I thought we'd gotten rid of this beef, man. People getting shot. Drake's house is getting robbed.
No, and the other thing about it, you know why Shaq didn't want to get, because Shaq knows the more he can't stand the fact that somebody's got more MVPs than him.
He felt
So
disrespected.
right. So disrespected for what? That was your career. You did that to yourself. Okay. So the fact that somebody's coming in and might win a third MVP and then win
I thought it was a little distasteful. While
like
he
you
was
gonna tell
interviewing-
somebody like
while he was interviewing Nikola Jokic about his MVP, I really think Shea Gilgeous-Alexander should have won. Like if I'm
keep your feelings to
if
yourself.
I'm Jokic, I'll say, you know what? Contrary to what you think, I'm a three-time
But
MVP.
it's the same guy that's gonna say something in Serbian to try to act all cool and be down. Okay, shut up, man. Shaq,
I thought that was distasteful. Let the man have.
I know
his-
things
have his
about
moment.
Shaq. It's a buffoon, man. Whatever, man. He's a clown. Okay, he's the type of guy that have somebody talk to get girls from him.
Man's got power.
No, use your voice, use your mouth
He's got power.
to try to holler at girls. Don't act your. Come on, man. He's a clown.
Shaq a fool, man. Shaq a fool.
Shaq be a fool.
That's keeping it a buck. That's keeping it a buck. Back with more next here on 560 WQAM.
It's time for Sports Day. Turn it up. It's Sports Day with Dan Day.
It is a beautiful day with my cousin Vladimir Lewis on the Florida Panthers reestablishing themselves in this series against Boston. They're up 2-1 the series. Pretty much a no-doubter last night. They got up early and they stayed up. And there was a long part where the Bruins weren't even really getting a lot of shots on goal, and the ones that were getting on goal were pretty soft. So very happy with the outcome in that. We'll see what happens tomorrow night. Do we have ourselves a nice little series 2-2, or can the Panthers go ahead and say it's 3-1 and Boston, sorry, we're not going to blow a 3-1 lead like you have been known to do?
I would like that to happen because from the looks of things, because of Gary Bettman's horrible scheduling, if the Rangers win tonight, Panthers win tomorrow, and then end the series off on Tuesday, both teams will have nearly a week off.
That's awesome.
So they should be able to meet each other in the Eastern Conference Finals. Everyone on the, everyone good to go, everyone healthy for, as healthy as you can be at this time of the year, because nobody's really healthy.
No.
But they'll be fresh. How about that? They'll be fresh. Fresh and rested.
Maybe rusty. That's been the term that everybody's been using.
I'd rather you could be rusty. If you get everybody back, you could get what's his name, Sam Bennett back.
Yep.
Healthy, rested,
rested. Yep.
They'll be good. Rangers same way. So because the Western Conference Series look like they're gonna go at least 5 or 6 games.
They're looking like they're going at it a little bit there. Yeah, big win last night though. 2-1 series lead, 6-2 over the Bruins. Game 4 tomorrow night, Mother's Day at 6:30. Now tonight at 7, your Rangers look to sweep the Hurricanes. Vlad, feeling okay about the Rangers. When I say okay, about winning tonight, I feel as though the Hurricanes might have one last push in them to kind of, quote unquote, not get swept again this year.
That the Hurricanes are one team that it takes everything to win against them. But you know that they're so good. I love their coach, Brenda Moore, former good player, and just bring that attitude with them to over to the bench in Carolina. I need to see they lost, they're eliminated. I need to see that they're skating and shaking hands.
Isn't it funny?
Before I say that they're done. The same thing with the Lightning. It was the same
It's
feeling.
hilarious. From the outside looking in, like, Vlad, you got nothing to worry about. You don't care. But when it's your team, it's like, don't you say that. No. You can be up 3-0 in a series, won every game by 40 points.
That's why
you're still like, no, don't.
And that's why I was on you at the beginning of the show about, no, they're playing well, but this is hockey. Hockey's a weird sport. If a goaltender finally gets starts showing something, he's standing on his head.
Thing, though, Swayman has been standing on his head for parts of the game, and then we just
not parts. Parts are good. I don't mind parts because that means in parts. Yeah, I don't mind parts because that means it's cool. Okay, he's doing it in this part of the game, but that means in the other parts of the game, he's not going to be making these great saves. But then there's goalies like a Sergey.
He has been just fantastic.
88 in Tampa, Vasily. Former great goalies. Jonathan Quick, who's the backup of the Rangers when he was the goalie for the Kings.
That's what Jonathan Quick is the backup for the Rangers.
Yeah.
He was,
he's won two Stanley Cups for the Kings.
Basically by himself almost.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
You and I skating out there for one of those teams.
Goalies are the only one that really can change a series where you could be up 3-0 and then all of a sudden in game 4, they make a great comeback and win, and he stopped 45 out of 46 shots, and then all of a sudden now, your ass is grass. You lose game 5, all of a sudden a 3-0 lead goes 3-2. You're wondering what happened, what's going on. We're still getting the same shots. Oh no, that goalie now is playing like,
standing on his head.
You're right, standing on his head, or playing like the Great Wall of China, just not allowing anything in. Like a chastity belt, just not allowing anything in. That's tough.
Tonight at 10, you get Stars and Avalanche. They are tied at 1. That should be an interesting series as always. Pacers, they made it more of an interesting series with the Knicks last night, winning 101-106. The Knicks still do lead that series 2-1. We talked about it earlier, Vlad. If you are a Knicks fan, I wouldn't be too concerned yet.
What do you mean? It's always time. It's always reason to be concerned.
Okay. I thought the Knicks had every reason to lose that game and almost darn near won it last
That's
night.
the reason why I wanted that game, because, you know, can't give a team confidence. That's the reason why.
The Pacers are scary, man, because they just keep scoring. They don't play defense, but they just keep scoring. Although last night they didn't score that much.
What are you talking about?
Well,
They was- yeah, well, that's because both
I've
teams
been,
were,
I've been watching the Heat, you know.
that's both teams shooting, because both teams were shooting bad in the fourth
I've
quarter.
been watching the Miami Heat. What do you mean they didn't score a lot? They're just scoring 120, 130.
I know it's hard. You don't think,
111. We're used to seeing 84.
you're not used to seeing 90 points after 3 quarters and be like, what? The game still continues? Yeah, I know. I get it.
The Nuggets woke up. Their coach, Michael Malone, said, we need to start playing like the championship team that we are. And they did exactly that last
They
night.
beat them down. And that game was a beatdown.
I mean, you
Minnesota
saw them
never
go
got
out there
close.
with laser focus and look like the Denver Nuggets that we expected. They got up by 10, 11 points and just never, ever looked back again.
But with that being said, Jamal Murray should have been suspended for game 3.
Oh, because what? He threw like 5 things on the court and almost hurt people? Yeah, that was pretty serious.
Yeah, he
So
should have been
he
suspended.
threw, what did he
He
initially
threw a
do?
towel first,
And then
but he
threw a
initially
heating
threw a
pad.
heat pad. And the heating pad got on the court, and a couple of players were very close to that heating pad. Now, what would have happened if one of his players got hurt?
Right. Right.
And then his whole attitude, like, nah, bro. I was about to say a bad word there.
They're not going to suspend a star.
What are you talking about? You should suspend him. He should have been suspended. And I'm not into suspensions, but fam, you have you showing a history of being a habitual line stepper. You threw a towel, and you're doing it as a cat. And there's a word before that cat. That I really want to say. You know, please, Uncle Sam, say yes. You're acting like that because you're doing it behind the person. The person's back is towards you. You're not doing it to the referee's face. You're not doing it so that everybody's seeing it. You're doing it where there's no eyes on you. That to me that's some scaredy cat stuff. That to me,
He was frustrated. He had that bad
I
game.
don't
He was
care. Everybody
upset.
gets frustrated.
And I don't want to hear the people saying, well, that now sets a precedent. If you throw 2 things on the court, it's only $100,000 fine. It doesn't set any precedent. It's an individual situation that the league handled. So somebody else does it, they might get suspended. Somebody else does it, they might only get fined $50,000. This isn't a court of law. This is the NBA, where they make their own rules because they're their own league. So I don't want to hear, well, the precedent is now set. No, it's not. Not set at all. All it is now Jamal Murray has a history
of
and
doing.
If it happens again, then there are going to be some serious.
No, because you know why? Because this is what I hate. If that was Draymond, that guy's suspended for 2-3 games
because of his past history, his reputation.
So to me, if you did that one play, if you only threw the towel, I would have fined him. But you threw the towel and then you threw the heating pad.
The heating pad was dangerous.
That to me is like, nah,
and
bro.
I don't want to hear people like, you're overreacting. No, it's
dangerous.
not
overreacting. You know what?
You twist your ankle.
Dan, you know why it's not overreaction?
It's not.
Because you're showing now that you can't control your emotions, that anything that's around you, you're gonna throw. Well, you're projecting objects towards the referee in the court. That to me is suspendable. You do it once, fine. If you want to say the towel, fine. But you see, the league can always look back at film. So the fact that they had film of him throwing a towel prior to throwing the heating pad, that to me is a
and for people saying, "Oh, Dan, Vlad, you're
suspendable
overreacting.
offense.
You're overreacting." So what? He threw something. Okay, what if someone would have seriously twisted their ankle or broke their ankle or something like that? You're messing with another man's livelihood. That's how they make money. What do you mean? Let's say, Vlad, you and I are joking around after the show, and you decide, I'm just saying, we go to Jensen's liquor store. You throw a beer can at me jokingly, and it hits me in the throat, and it breaks for some way, shape, or form, my vocal cords. I can't talk anymore. You messing around like that just ruined my livelihood. So he could, and don't say, well, I mean, so what if they twist their ankle? What if somebody broke their ankle and seriously couldn't play anymore? You're messing with a man's livelihood.
You're messing with many men's livelihood. Not only that, you're messing
your teammates,
and your opponent.
Right.
Like that was the thing. He threw it to the thing. If it was an opponent, he would be done.
Like
what if your stupidity actually hurt one of your key contributors?
Right.
Like what if that was Gordon? Or what if Jokic was on there?
What if Jokic would have been out
or
there?
Or Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah. And that's the other thing too. Like, Patrick Beverley got into it, throwing it back and forth with a fan. I can forgive Patrick Beverley a little more than that.
I don't know about that.
I mean, the fan had an eye on. He just threw it a little hard at him.
Nah, but he threw it twice at him.
Yeah, but I mean,
You're not supposed to be throwing things at the fans. Don't get me wrong. I'm not here for the fans. I'm always for the players and anything. But when I see something that's like, nah, you know what? They could have reacted or done a little bit better. You got to speak on that. To me, Pat Beverly, you're getting eliminated. They're probably saying some nasty stuff.
Yeah.
Excuse me. It's Indiana. It's Indianapolis. Indiana's a known racist state. So, yeah, you're probably hearing a lot of stuff. But, dude, you can't be throwing things at people.
No.
Because you hit somebody, they could sue you in the league.
Right.
You're a big liability.
I'm saying what Jamal Murray did could have hurt somebody. And like I said, it's not an overreaction because all it takes is stepping on a heating pad when you're not paying attention and you're out for a series.
You're playing basketball. You don't know. You're the only thing you want to see on the court if you're a player, it's sneakers,
sweat,
ball, the basketball, the rollings, and the referees. Right. You're not looking on the ground to think that's some heating pad or a towel.
Yeah, it's on the ground. Yeah, you're just playing ball.
You're playing ball.
Real close to stepping on those things too. Well, today at 3:30 you get Thunder and the Mavs. At 8:30 you get the Celtics and the Cavs. Both series are tied at 1. I am seeing today at 4 o'clock, and this one's exciting for me, but I think a lot of people are excited. Paul Skeens is going to make his
what's the deal with him? I've been seeing this all yesterday that he's making his debut. What's the story with him?
So Paul Skeens, he just won a national championship for LSU in baseball. He was the number 1 overall pick by the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Nice. Last season or this season?
Just as fast. So he's had basically half a season.
So so he was drafted this year.
Yeah, this year.
And he's only played 3 months of baseball,
yes.
And they're gonna start him already.
Yes.
Okay.
And he's one of these guys that can still throw 100 miles per hour, 7-8 innings into the game. He's got an electric arm.
God, please.
No, you know what's going to happen. Don't say it. Just don't.
God, please,
don't
please, God, no TJ. Please.
But you know what makes it more
TJ
exciting
for him, please.
More exciting. This is what was really
what's making it exciting. Because I like the young talent that Pittsburgh is putting together right now.
Pittsburgh's got some people. I mean, they've sucked for a long time.
It's kind of reminded me of the early 90s when they had Bonilla, Bonds, and Vance Light.
In a slight way, Paul Skeens is keeping up with the Kardashians. His girlfriend is Olivia Dunn. Former
No! Yes. That's him?
Yeah.
Oh.
And when he got called up to the bigs, you
can
go check out our IG.
Hold up.
That IG was pretty hot Thursday
What's his
night.
name? Paul Skeens?
Paul Skeens.
So Paul Skeens is the number 1 pick in Major League Baseball in the 2024 draft.
Coming up after just a few months to pitch
and
in Major League
he's
Baseball.
everything. He's the next one. Everybody's claim
that is it.
And he's also dating
Olivia Dunn,
the hottest collegiate athlete,
maybe of all time.
She's up there, bro. She's up there.
She made $3 million as a gymnast at LSU and was injured most of the year.
Her NIL was more than his, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And he's a minor, and he was in the minor league, right?
She put out that Instagram Thursday night, and you don't have to use much of your imagination to realize how they celebrated him being called up to the bigs. He got called up to the bigs, all right.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me look at this.
I mean, it's nothing terrible, but they're in the same room, and she says, called up to the bigs, and she's kind of doing a pirouette, and he's kind of in the background, got that look on his eye, like, whoa. Congratulations to both of them, by the way. Both of them. Both of them on that level. Congratulations, college sweethearts.
You know how WME already got her as an agent. That's her agency already. Yeah. WME. Jeez. Well, congratulations to you, LSU.
Both of them.
They're representing.
I'm just congratulating both.
Oh, no, congratulations to both of them.
Good catch by Olivia Dunn and also good catch by Paul Skeens. You know what I mean? No one's leveling down. Everybody's leveled up, equal up. Congratulations. That's what someone said. Aren't you jealous of him? I'm jealous of her too. I mean, if I were a woman, I don't care about Paul Skeens. But Olivia Dunn.
Good for her, man.
She's done commercials. She's done all types of stuff, man. She's crazy. I love her. Marlins are not crazy. They got throttled by the Phillies 8-2 last night. The two play again today at 4 o'clock. Inter Miami, though, Lionel Messi, he leads the league in goals and assists.
Not surprised.
Tied for goals with Luis Suarez, who's also in Inter Miami. They try to continue their dominance tonight, 7:30 in Montreal against Montreal CF. All right, let's continue on to the day spa. A woman claims that her kids love their cheating father more than her, and the kids actually blame her for his infidelities.
A mother's upset that the kids love their cheating father over her.
And they blame her for him cheating on her.
Stop playing victim, huh?
I don't know. I think she might be just a bad person.
Maybe they just don't mess with you. Listen, mothers, this is the thing that mothers need to understand. And I know tomorrow's Mother's Day, right? Y'all annoying.
Really?
Like, you're annoying sometimes. They're with you the whole time. You're annoying. So, but the fact that they see dad doesn't want to do anything. Dad just wants to have fun. He makes goofy faces. He makes
you
the
out to the
noise.
park
He
and
picks you up. Yeah, like he takes you out. Kids, because fathers don't want to be bothered either.
buy you some candy.
Hey, what can I buy you to shut you up so I can go on with my day?
I wanna
All right,
relax.
cool. Knock yourselves out. Here's an iPad. Go watch your cartoons and all of that. Get out of my face.
Yeah.
But
And coming from our communities, Vlad, you know the mothers are the disciplinarians by far.
Yep.
You don't worry about pops as much. You worry about mom coming after you because she gonna get you.
Oh, come on, man.
Oh,
Because women give you that guilt. Don't disappoint them.
give you more than that sometimes.
I know that, but that's the number one thing. It's the guilt.
That was my number one.
Like tomorrow, you're gonna hear guilt stories. Tomorrow.
Oh yeah, tomorrow you gotta suck it up.
Oh man, it took me 38 hours to
Suck it
have
up
you,
tomorrow.
and I had to walk 5 miles through a hurricane. Oh Lord, by the grace of the Lord and the strength of mine, I had you. And
You want to see these stretch marks? You see what you did to me?
that
Yeah.
gives you sips of beer.
Yeah, oh yeah, dad lets you smoke cigarettes and sips of beer and
Yeah,
look at I don't say dirty movies, but you know, like
Dirty
R-rated movies
Mags.
and stuff like that.
We're
Stuff.
cool.
Mom's all like,
Mom's this.
I played Baby Got Back one time in my car, and I thought mom was gonna kill me.
You know what?
Not even a cuss word in Baby
You know what
Got Back.
happens? I have a theory with mothers and women. Women think kids are toys. Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Hmm.
Women think kids are toys.
Hmm.
That's my theory sometimes.
Interesting.
Yes.
I will put that theory into practice later today and see how things go.
Okay.
We're gonna get into the Mother's Day stuff too tomorrow, mostly because tomorrow's Mother's Day. We're gonna be on tomorrow from noon to 4. I don't want to cover it too much today. I don't want to get extensive wall-to-wall Mom's Day coverage because we'll be doing it big tomorrow for all of our loving mothers and all of our babies' mamas and babies' mamas and all.
So correction, Schemes was drafted in last year's draft, 2023. Not 2024. Okay.
Well, I don't think they've had the draft this year.
Yeah.
They did. Oh, okay. So he's had a year.
Yeah, he's had a
basically.
year.
Congratulations, though. Making moves in this world.
Man.
He's been dominant in
He's
AAA
pitching.
too.
He's been pitching.
He's been throwing.
Yeah.
He's been throwing. I can tell you that.
Good for him. I would be throwing too if my girl was that.
Oh, I mean, I'd be throwing 100 miles an hour for 8 innings too. Just imagine. Craziness. Let's imagine Kevin Durant coming to Miami. Does that sound crazy to you? Maybe not so crazy when Chad Ochocinco says he's got an inside track to where KD might end up. That's next, 560 WQAM.
Now, Kevin Durant, if I'm not mistaken.
Kevin Durant was free and didn't go to Miami. So what makes you think you're going to get him now? Kevin Durant's been totally free. He's been totally free twice. When he after OKC, he went to Golden State. After Golden State, he went to Brooklyn. What makes you think he want to go to Miami now?
Because I talked to him. I talked to KD. And I know KD gonna see this, and KD can attest to this. And you could talk about it tomorrow on First Take. I talked to KD. KD and I had a lengthy conversation. Listen, I'm not into basketball, and people like KD and LeBron and some of these other players that I know, they confided me, and I asked if it was okay to talk about it tonight on Nightcap, and just so happened, boom, it comes up.
Right.
And he said, you know what, he would have no problem coming down to Miami if it made sense. I'm just saying, I'm just telling you, KD gave me his sentiments on how he feels about coming to Miami, and that's what he told me.
That is Chad Ochocinco, Chad Johnson, talking to Shannon Sharp on Shannon Sharp's podcast, saying Kevin Durant, no problem coming down to Miami if their situation is.
By the way, that's all BS.
I think KD will go anywhere. That
no, Chad saying that he had a lengthy conversation with KD.
Why you say that?
Come on, man. Chad loves to do that. That's his thing. He thinks it's a charming that you. It's like, yeah, y'all know I'm just BSing. Nah, he ain't talking to none of them. But I will say this though. As much as people were ripping LeBron James after Darvin Ham got fired, I see that now they noticed that. What about Kevin Durant? Kevin Durant has left places, and it's been a lot of coaching casualties while he's there and then after he leaves. Steve Nash, remember Steve Nash? Kyrie was saying that they don't really need a coach when they had Nash, when they had Harden, Kyrie, and KD.
Yeah.
Who else? Frank Vogel. Poor Frank Vogel. The man went to championship in LA. Gets the Lakers back to the playoffs, and he got fired. Now he gets Phoenix playing with a team that their stars were mostly injured throughout the season. Still got them to 49 games and a 6 seed. They just happened to go against a guy who's just on another level right now. But he got fired. I feel bad for Frank Vogel, and I feel bad for these teams with these type of players now because they're at the latter stages of their career, so everything's about winning, and they don't have any time to to regroup or to settle for younger guys to get them ready because they don't have that time. So yes, people are gonna have to go. Streets need a body, and it's usually the coaches.
Well,
but it should be the players.
This is a good question. Laker great and pretty darn good coach
himself,
Byron Scott said what a lot of us has been saying for a while. He said,
my recommendation, the next Laker coach, and out of the 8 or 9 names that I've heard, his name wasn't on there, is make LeBron the coach. I got nothing but love and respect for LeBron. I love him. I think he's one of the greatest players that ever played this game. But it's obvious to me, at least, that he's making a lot of decisions that's going on in this organization.
No doubt.
From a coaching standpoint to a player standpoint. So if you're going to allow him to make those decisions, sit on the bench and make those decisions as well. Be the head coach. JJ Redick.
You mean player coach, right?
Player head coach.
Yeah. Well, it's happened before.
Go back to Bill Russell days.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Lenny Wilkins.
Yeah.
Now, Vlad, as much as I would love to see LeBron be a player coach, and as much as I think he would actually be a very good player coach.
Nah, he'd be passive aggressive. He's too passive aggressive. He won't be. He don't got the balls.
That's what I wanted to ask
to stand up to all the criticism because you know what? Guess what? You can't blame the coach anymore because you're the coach.
That's what I wanted to ask you. As much as I love the idea of LeBron being a coach,
because there's no scapegoat.
Does LeBron love the idea of being a player coach?
Because there's no scapegoat.
No, yeah, because there's no fall guy.
There's no
it's
fall guy.
All on you. And like I said, I think he'd be a good coach. I think he would be a good player coach. I don't think LeBron wants that because there are no longer excuses. There are no longer people you can fire. There are no longer fingers you can point. Every win and loss is directed right at you. And that's why I think LeBron maybe has even kind of they've talked to him about it. He's probably said, no, I got too much going on.
No, because there's no scapegoat.
Everything is on you. And LeBron, we know he's got a body count.
No, well, listen, he has a body count, but the Lakers as an organization has a body count. So prior to LeBron going there in 2018, there were bodies, being laid out. And then when he got there, let's see who's been the coach. It's been Luke Walton, it's been Frank Vogel, and it's been Darvin Ham.
Darvin Ham.
So that's 3, right?
And now who knows who the next coach is going to be.
And there's going to be 4. Yeah, so that's 4 in what, 6, 7 years?
Yeah, and he's had some stuff at Cleveland. Here in Miami, I mean, he didn't exactly get along with Spo at times.
Right. He was trying to get Spo fired, and it's like D-Wade was telling him, you don't want Riles down here. Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's bad for both LeBron and KD that towards the end of their career, they look like more like coach killers than you know the superstars that they are.
But
because
there's people still here in Heat Nation that say, get it done. Find a way to get Jimmy, Bam, and KD on the team. Trade who you have to trade. But if we can get those 3, we've got a championship caliber team.
Because at least you know you got a certified bucket getter. That's the thing. That's the thing about I think that's the problem with that's the thing that the Heat fan base have looked at, is that the fact that it's so difficult for them to score. And then, you know, in the playoffs, the fact that they're letting you get away with a lot, and they're letting you play physical. But even though you're playing physical, it's not like the games are like 88, 85. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I thought, for example, yesterday, I thought the Knicks had to muck it up a little bit. They didn't. They just played.
Yeah.
Even if you try to ugly the game, you still got to be able to put 100 points.
Yeah.
You got to score triple figures in 2024.
Yeah.
We
went through the games that were below
Right.
the hundreds. Most teams lost unless the other team also didn't score 100.
That would be it. But most teams are going to score at least 100 points. So you've got to be able to put some points up, and the Heat have it. So if you could get a Kevin Durant, I don't care if he's 35, 36. You said it the other day. Kevin Durant could be 52 years old, and he's still going to be able to put points up. He'll go to the court. He'll go to the gym. He'll go to the LA Fitness and still put up numbers. Him and Jamal Crawford, they'll still put up numbers.
I mean, are you with the Heat Nation? And I know Heat Cult, you might want to weigh in on this in the Twitch and YouTube. Do you, if you're the Heat, find a way, trade whoever you have to trade to get Jimmy, Bam, and Kevin Durant on the same team? Whatever else, whatever it means. Tyler Hero, Jaime Jaquez Jr., Nikola Jovic, Terry Rozier, whatever it takes, draft picks, you get those 3. Heat Nation, is that something that you're interested in? Vlad, do you think that's a championship caliber team? I say
with Kevin Durant?
Yeah. I do. I say yeah. So is it crazy to say find a way to make it happen, Pat Riley? So what? You know what? Timberwolves did something crazy and gave up a ton for Rudy Gobert. Seems to pay off for them. Maybe crazy thinking like this. Find a way to get Jimmy, Bam, and Kevin Durant on the same team and let the chips fall where they may. Whatever that may mean, whatever that may look like, you worry about those 3. You've had the talk. Jimmy, you need to play more. Bam, you're the captain. Kevin Durant, be Kevin Durant, at least offensively, and go deeper in the playoffs this time than you have in the past. I mean, it sounds radical, but it also sounds like, yeah, not bad. I mean, and it might be a short time deal, but you know what? Pat Riley ain't worried about the long run. He's worried about right here, right now. But he's always been that way.
Yeah, but
We'll figure
Roz,
it out. He's like me. We'll figure it out. What
nah,
about
I don't
tomorrow?
think he's about that. Roz knows. I mean, he's got.
It's like me last night at Duffy's. You really going to drink another Guinness? Yeah, I'll figure it out tomorrow. I'll be fine. Figured it out this morning. But yeah, like, let's go. Make it happen. I mean, like, would you really be upset if you lost Tyler Hero and Jaime Jaquez Jr. and Nikola Jovic and ended up getting Kevin Durant? I think you get over it. It's not going to happen, but I think you get over it. Phoenix will find some way to screw things up. But right now, we're kind of just looking at it all and kind of figuring it all out. Make it happen. Kevin Durant says, at least Ocho Cinco claims Kevin Durant is okay to come to Miami if things are right.
Well, somebody from the 520 said they want to write a diss track about Dan Day like Shaq did Shannon Sharp. That's funny.
I don't want to be part of any beef right now.
309 says Dan Day goes through radio management like LeBum goes through head coaches.
I do.
And the other thing about the Kevin Durant problem with that is it's not going to be a one-on-one trade.
No, I didn't say one-on-one trade. I said with Kevin Durant, just make it happen. Do whatever it takes.
He can. I mean, it's players have power, but I mean, dude. I mean, gosh, man, how many more teams, bro?
He's been through some teams and not exactly the most successful.
It's like you might have,
especially lately.
You got upset because of the whole Draymond situation, so you bounced. You went to Brooklyn with Kyrie, which everybody was definitely clowning you for and said it wasn't a great decision. Why would you want to go for at the time and the way Kyrie was thinking and moving? People were clowning him. He went to Brooklyn. He missed. Well, I don't want to say he missed. They could have won a game if his sneaker was
He stepped on the
yeah.
line and
If his
made it
sneaker
through.
was a little smaller,
He almost carried that team all the way.
he almost
too.
carried them to a victory over
That's
the
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee Bucks, and I
Yeah.
think Milwaukee won the championship that year.
Yes, they did.
Okay, then no, everything ended nasty in Brooklyn. It got to the point now.
Had been pretty in Phoenix.
Put it this way: Kyrie was clowned, right, and criticized. Now Kyrie's back to being Kyrie again, where everybody likes Kyrie because they're not hearing anything from him, and he seems to be happy and he's playing well.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant is still being criticized to this day.
He will continually be criticized forever.
Isn't that crazy? So the guy that everybody was clowning and said, "Why did you listen to him?" is now being more revered than you are right now.
Right. I mean, Kevin Durant's gonna forever, unless he goes on some type of tear and wins a bunch of championships. He's gonna have that reputation of scorer, mercenary, can't do it with all the good players that he has around him. He's always gonna have that. And he's speaking of Shaq, he's got some feelings too. He's got little rabbit ears too.
Who?
Kevin Durant.
Oh,
his feelings get hurt sometimes.
Well, dude, when you have a burner.
Yeah, he's got that burner account.
Yeah,
Man.
anybody like,
why are you responding to 10-year-old kids on Twitter and X?
Because they mad. It matters to them.
I does. Hey, I don't mind you being in your feelings. Look, we all got feelings. So yeah, but I don't know though, man. You make a big time blockbuster trade and you find a way to get Kevin Durant, Bam Adebayo, and Jimmy Butler on the same team. Let the rest of the pieces fall where they may. You and I've said it. Of course, seems like everywhere Kevin Durant goes, it's a championship caliber team and hadn't been championship caliber. So maybe we're barking up the wrong tree, Vlad. Maybe. Still like to find out.
But the thing about what's good about the team in Miami is that you already know who you already know who the leaders of the team are. You know what I mean? I'm talking about from the brass.
KD just coming in. Ball.
Right. I'm talking about from the brass, but he doesn't have to worry about coach. You know, Spo's going to be the coach. You know, Riles is running the whole operation.
Bam's going to be captain. Jimmy's going to
be. So you just go in there. It's actually, to be honest, it's actually a great situation for both parties.
I know.
Because the one thing Kevin Durant wants to do is just play basketball and not worry about anything.
That is one thing everybody knows. He loves basketball.
And he doesn't want to worry about all the outside distractions. So he would not have to worry about that because in Miami, Riles handles everything, right? And Spo makes sure to keep everything on a tight ship.
You talked me into it. I wouldn't mind.
No, I completely understand. I
think it's a good marriage.
It would be.
I think it would be.
It would be. And I think a lot of teams, and the fact that you put a star like a superstar like KD, that would make other players want to come in here for a 1-year veteran minimum deal. Yeah. So you would do that.
But then recent history has shown that it seems to, in theory, work, but with Kevin Durant, it doesn't always work out the way it does in theory. So I'd just like to give it a shot. That's all I'm saying. Up next, doing something or nothing here on 560 WQAM.
Download it today and make us your favorite station. Same great shows, same great games. Plus, you can use the rewind feature and listen to anything you missed. Hurry!
Oh, Ghostface Killer. Cherchez le Ghostface.
Ghost dropped the album yesterday.
Ghostface?
Yes, sir.
Ooh, this is one of the all-time most underrated jams.
It's a really good album, by the way. You should listen.
Sweet. See, I've been taking some shots lately. What I believe are unwarranted shots. Yesterday on the Hawk and Crowder show, Solana, for some reason, made a reference to me being old from 1922. Vlad told me I had a 4th grade Louisiana education earlier today.
I said 7th, but
Okay, we'll run the tape back. I think it was 4th. Nonetheless. And then I'm taking some shots online too. RVA Richie, appreciate you as always.
I mean, they always take
Sacrifice Dan Day, Next Full Moon, Santeria. What did somebody else say on the 305-567-0560?
They said that Dan Day goes through radio management like LeBum goes through head coaches.
Okay, where are these shots coming from?
I don't know.
Dan Skeens was drafted last year in the 2023 draft. Okay.
Yeah, we said
Paul
that.
Skeens.
Paul
Getting me and my brother confused. My brother is Paul Day, not Dan.
But other than killing you, they also killing Kevin Durant.
Okay, well, at least me and KD have something in common.
305 says KD gonna win a lot of money, so we would need to give up a lot.
He says he wants to come to Miami.
919 says Durant's a coach killer. 219 says Heat Nation doesn't want that poser KD who isn't the same player and more fragile than Jimmy Bucket's missing games.
Okay, so me and KD taking some shots. Let's get to something or nothing real quick, Vlad. Derby winner Mystic Dan is going to race at the Preakness next weekend. On that quick turnaround, there were some questions. Was it safe for the horse? They've said he will run and keeping alive that hope.
You got to get
crown.
that. Yeah, bro. Like, listen, horse
Something or
racing.
nothing.
Let me tell you this about horse racing.
I'm betting on Mystic Dan again.
Nobody cares about horse racing until the Kentucky Derby. And then nobody cares about horse racing until
Preakness, Belmont Stakes.
But the Kentucky Derby winner has to win the Preakness in order for the Belmont Stakes to be even watchable.
I mean,
with the threat of a Triple Crown win. If there's no threat of a Triple Crown, nobody's really watching the races unless you love gambling.
I do love
we all
gambling
do.
on the
Well, we
horses.
do.
Nothing better than getting with Giuseppe and Nathan and putting some money down on a horse like Mystic Dan in the Kentucky Derby. Getting that payday, baby.
So yeah, but it's something. It is something because I mean, I never like when the Kentucky Derby winner doesn't race the next race.
It takes all the fun.
Yeah, like you're not gonna race the Preakness, but you're gonna race the Belmont.
No.
Yeah.
And then if they win the Belmont, what could have been?
Yeah, because if you win the Triple Crown, I'm gonna watch the Breeders' Cup.
I'll watch it all.
I'll wait till November and watch them. You try to complete the a year Grand Slam.
I don't mind that. I'm sad to say this one, Vlad. Burnley is going to be relegated after a loss to Tottenham in the English Premier League. Is that something or nothing?
Something I don't give a crap about.
Oh, really, man? One of my favorite teams in Premier League. They're not my favorite, but they're one of my favorite teams.
Yeah, if it's not Man U.
It looks like Mbappe is going to finally consummate that
By the
Real
way,
Madrid marriage.
by the way, great football.
Oh, what a crappy
great
game the
football.
other day. Crappy game
Great
the other
football
day.
this week. Once
Bayern
again,
Munich had the game.
Real
won.
Madrid.
No.
There is something about Real that I can't explain. They're like, if you think they're gonna lose, don't think it. Don't. They're gonna figure out a way.
The all Alemania.
Hell no. I didn't want to see no all Bundesliga.
Dortmund goes through against PSG. Way to go again, PSG. Crap.
No, I didn't want to see that. Nobody wanted to see all German.
I did.
No.
88 minutes. You're up 1-0.
And then they gave up 2 goals.
And then the goaltender for Bayern Munich.
He didn't hold on to the ball.
Fumbles the ball, gets in. And then
yeah.
the play was offside. I don't care what VAR says. That second goal was offside.
It wasn't offside.
Going to extra time.
It wasn't offside.
Offside.
No, it wasn't.
Real Madrid.
Yes. The Kings of
Can't believe Mbappe is going to go to those.
Why not? You should.
Go to those.
Go to finally win. Finally win something. You've won everything for your country. Win something for your clubs.
Yeah, PSG. That's a
win
dead
something
end.
for your clubs. By the way, this was their best.
How do you have a team with Mbappe, Neymar, and Messi and not win a Champions League?
Well, I mean, we said it. Messi didn't want to be there. Neymar's always fragile.
Okay. Jerry Rice is upset after his son Brendan slipped in the NFL draft all the way down to the 7th round. He was projected a mid-round pick from USC receiver. Jerry Rice upset, something or nothing.
All right, let's keep it a buck, right? We always keep it a buck.
Yeah, go ahead.
As a father, I think you would be upset, but Jerry should know his son isn't. He's not him. His son is not good. So if you're gonna be upset, why? What? Here's the thing. Why would you be upset? Because your son is not good, or the fact that teams and scouts are telling you that your son is not that ready yet?
Well, he was projected a mid-round, like third, fourth round pick.
Yeah, well, a lot of guys are projected a lot of things, and then they end up wherever they get drafted. Like there's a lot of guys that's on day 2 that was projected to be day 1 first rounders, and then they're not. So when they do get drafted, they bust people's ass, make them regret not drafting you, and then get the bag.
I think that's what his son was more making a mention of. Like, it's motivating me, but Pops was unhappy.
Shout out to RV Richie. He said he's minute rice, not instant.
I know, I got it.
That's right.
Florida man high on PCP, LSD, ketamine, mushrooms, and ecstasy went wild at Soul Fest in Ponce de Leon, Florida, and attacked a cop, biting a piece of his head off. Something or nothing.
Yeah, that's something.
It's a lot of drugs.
That's a lot of drugs. That's just too much, bro. You OD'd.
One of any of the PCP, LSD, ketamine, mushrooms, or ecstasy is enough, much less that whole combination. And I know music festivals.
And he wanted to eat somebody's head. You sure wasn't a bath salt?
That combination is probably worse than bath
Yeah.
salts, lad. I wouldn't lie about that.
I don't know.
RFK Jr. He says a worm ate part of his brain. Something or nothing.
And this is the guy we were gonna elect as president.
Well, he's running as an independent candidate.
And this is the guy that we're.
And you know who his running mate might be.
No, it's not. It's
not going to be.
No,
it's not going to happen.
Relax.
Aaron Rodgers was rumored to be considered.
Yeah.
RFK Jr.'s running
Right,
mate.
because it was a slow news week, and they needed something to talk about.
How about this? An Ethiopian woman says she has not eaten any food nor taken a drink in over 16 years and feels fine. Something or nothing.
Wait, what? She hasn't eaten anything?
She says has eaten anything or taken a drop of not alcohol, a drop of fluids.
That's BS. You're not going to survive for 16 years.
No, you can't survive 3 days without.
You can't survive without water. So
Right.
don't say you can't. Yeah, get out. That's lies. BS cap.
Last but not least, a British woman says she would rather mow her own lawn with her teeth before wearing a bra to work because she finds it uncomfortable. Something or nothing.
I could have gone somewhere with that lawn joke.
I mean,
you know what I mean? Yeah, that's something nasty. Man, you know. What I don't get it sometimes.
Do you care?
I don't care if she wants to go braless. I like braless wonders.
No, I'm talking about, and then let's just take it further than just women. Do you care, like, if your coworker commando or like not wearing any drawers or something like that? I'd rather not know. This is me personally.
Here's the thing: we're visual people, right? So the fact of the matter is that will that be distracting? I mean, let's look. If the person's aesthetically beautiful, you're going to look, and if you're looking at, we always imagine. That's the thing I always say. When you're attracted to someone or you see someone that you like or anything like that, you see them fully clothed for the most part, hopefully. And your mind is thinking what they look with the clothes off.
Okay.
So at work, if she's wearing no bra and she's wearing an outfit, your mind's going to wonder, should it? Should you keep some sort of professionalism? Absolutely. But distractions happen.
Yeah.
Distractions happen.
I know.
So therefore, I wouldn't personally care. I'll be all for it.
You're not wearing a bra and you're kind of out there.
But I mean, if she's got some
looks. I mean,
if she's got, if she's a C's or the D's, and she's in the C or D letters or E's, yeah, it's gonna be distraction. She got an A.
It could be a distraction either way.
But if she was
Bra or
an
no
A,
bra.
if she was an A, you're not whatever. You know what I mean? If it's regular B's, okay, cool. But she's like 36 C's and higher, and the letters go up. Yeah, distraction personified.
All right. Final hour of the show next here on Sports Day 560 WQAM.
It's time for Sports Day. Turn it up. It's Sports Day with Dan Day.
Inter Miami going to get it going on tonight up in Montreal. Panthers, they took care of business last night up in Boston. Got another game in Boston tomorrow at 6:30. Then game 5 going to be right here in South Florida, Amerant Bank Arena. That is going to be on Tuesday, and that is a 7 o'clock puck drop. Am I correct about that?
What's the other game? Is it
6:30 tomorrow?
No. I know. What's the other series that's in the Western Conference? That's tomorrow. That's
that Edmonton
Canucks,
Vancouver, and Edmonton.
Yeah, I think Edmonton will be a 9:30 game. So therefore, yeah, we're gonna be 7 p.m.
7 o'clock. Of course, Doug Plagan's going to be on the call. You can
Tomorrow at 6:30.
Yep.
And
Mother's Day,
Vancouver,
6:30.
Tomorrow 6:30, and Tuesday night will be 7 p.m.
And then to be determined with the times the rest of the way.
No,
they did send.
No, I would hope
too far in advance. I'm not going to remember.
I would hope that they finally got their schedule together.
No, let's worry about game 5, and then we'll.
Yeah, Tuesday night, 7 p.m. at Amerant Bank Arena, and
I was hoping
Friday would be the game 6, but you're right, to be determined, because they don't know if the other series will be over by that time.
Hockey just keeps holding on to us. I was hoping that they would drop the gloves when the puck dropped last night, but too big of a game. Nah. It was a little physical last night, but I think both teams.
By the way, you know in hockey that if they're gonna start a fight by which line starts, which line starts the game.
Like, why is he starting today? Oh, that's why, because he's going straight to the penalty box to ruin people's lives. Goodness gracious. But yeah, and there was no real serious repercussions. I'm guessing number 1, too big of a series. Number 2, we can wait till next season. They'll keep, as they say, keep receipts, as they always say.
RV Ritchie loves Shelly. Shelly's in Austin, RV Ritchie.
Shelly was on the show once.
One time. That's it.
Inaugural show, though. Great job. Great job. She is the voice of this show, though. So maybe that's what.
These guys, any female they see, they're gonna love.
Oh, really?
Yeah, come on, bro.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what? Nobody wants to see our faces.
Oh, okay. Appreciate it.
We're not aesthetically pleasing, bro.
Appreciate you. I've been working hard. I've been working out, eating right.
Yeah.
The gym. I haven't been in the sun very much.
Clearly.
I'm a busy man, dude. Come on. I don't have time like some people. They can just go to the beach or go out. And my days are very, very full. It doesn't seem that way.
Yeah, man. This is a important time, man. This a lot of events are happening in South Florida that we got to cover.
It's kind of a little more laid back nowadays.
Now because the Heat are done.
Right. You got the Panthers. They took that 2-1 series lead, defeating the Bruins 6-2 last night. You get a night off from that. But game 4 tomorrow at 6:30. Now, if you do,
it's not like Inter Miami's playing like any, CONCACAF type of tournaments or anything like that.
Right. They do. I think they have a midweek game Wednesday, though, but I'm getting too far ahead of ourselves. If you do want to watch some hockey tonight, 7 o'clock, Rangers Hurricanes. That is the Rangers going for the sweep. Then if you want some late night hockey, Stars and Avalanche, that series is tied at 1. So you got a little bit of the hockey action going tonight. You got the Pacers. They down the Knicks 111-106. That would be the worst game ever. Pacers down the Knicks
6.
Woo! Taking it back.
Boy, I would never be able to say anything about the Miami Heat if there was a game that ended in 48 minutes.
James Naismith days,
oh
man.
My God, that would have been bad. 11-6.
111-106. That series 2-1 New York's favor. The Nuggets, they blew out the Timberwolves 117-90. So pause the victory championship parade in Minnesota. Just
very important game tomorrow.
Yeah,
I thought game 3 was the most important game. Game 4 might be the most important game because you can't go back to Denver tied 2-2.
No,
you want to go back to Denver 3-1. That giving you at least 3 chances to finish this series out
and losing a lot of the momentum too.
They did lose a lot of momentum last night,
but make it right by going up 3-1.
But I also think the schedule makers effed them.
Give them off all those days.
3 days off, bro.
Yeah.
3 days off, and all the talk was about Murray and what he did and everything like that. It just, sometimes teams need like that bunker down mentality where it's just like us against the world, and
you get a championship team too, more time to kind of figure things out and get their mind right and their everything right. It's tough. It's tough. couple of minutes at 3:30, you get Thunder Mavs, and then at 8:30 tonight, Celtics Cavaliers.
Hopefully Luka plays tonight. This
yeah, because
afternoon.
he hit his face and his leg and
ankle.
He got beat up the other night. It seemed like almost as bad as Pasternak did, but not that bad. Both series tied at 1, so you got a little some of that going on. Dolphins rookie camp continues. You're probably not out of rookie camp. I don't blame you. Hurricanes baseball team, they defeated Virginia Tech 8-6 yesterday. Game 2 is today at 7. That's up in Virginia Tech, so you're probably not going to be going to that one either. The Marlins, they got throttled by the Phillies 8-2 last night. The 2 play again today, Lone Depot Park, 4 o'clock. So,
bro, Phillies are a really good team, man. Yo,
yeah.
This is what sucks about being bad in this division. It's not like you have an easy game or easy. Even the Nationals are playing well. The Braves are the Braves, and the Mets are trying to, show something.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna be a long year. It's already a
good job.
It's gonna be a long year. No, I just think think about it.
What's the tape, Vlad?
Fam, once the catcher done, and then like you said, it's gonna be a big soccer break with the so many competitions going on this summer. What sporting wise, what do you have to look forward to?
Yeah. Tonight you do have Inter Miami and Montreal at 7:30, but yeah, like you got the Marlins. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Oh, speaking of Luka,
that's it.
Thank you, RV Richie. Did you see that press conference?
No, I didn't see anything. Remember, I don't have a computer or TV or anything right now.
So at the end of Thursday night's game between the Thunder and the Mavericks, they were asking Luka Doncic questions. And right when he was about to answer, either somebody opened their laptop, but all you heard was moaning and groaning, and somebody, a female, getting their back broken.
Who? Somebody had that on their laptop?
They had it on the laptop. It was on the air. Now that's embarrassing, for one, because you should delete all of that before opening your laptop.
You should have a laptop for work and one for pleasure, most likely.
Right. So hopefully it was your personal laptop and not a work laptop, because that's bad.
No, I mean, like, even if your own personal laptops, you should have one that, that's like me, like my computer where I go to websites to legally stream games. That's for one computer. So if anything goes crazy, that's that computer's problem. Then there's my clean computer that I don't mess with, like it's all for.
No, it's not locker room, RV Richie. They said it was somebody's laptop. They did mention that.
I mean,
but that's embarrassing,
it's
bro.
Embarrassing, but I mean, whatever. You like what you like. You do what you do.
Dude, put your headphones on. That's why there's AirPods.
I mean, it was obviously just still pulled up. They forgot to
pulled up. No, wait a minute. No, hold on.
They weren't watching it while they were interviewing Luka.
Dan, Luka's the last person to interview.
Vlad, there's no way someone's watching
Luka's. Listen,
dirty.
You've done this.
No, I have not
done post game. You've done post game interviews.
Yeah.
Right. Who's the last person to come in, especially if you're the winning team, the superstar, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which would have meant Jason Kidd spoke, which would have meant I forgot his name, Diagnolo, whatever the coach of the OKC Thunder is, the coach of the year. That means Shea would have talked. That means everybody spoke at the podium. They didn't hear it.
Maybe their laptop was closed at that point.
But Luka, the last person, because once Luka talks, that's it. In a post game conference. So what's going on?
That's not always 100% true.
That's no.
Jimmy Butler will sometimes speak first or second or third. But it just kind of depends.
But somebody, who the last, and they tell you tell you the order. There's a press credential person that's there, media relations person that's there that tells you so and so is coming to talk. So and so is coming to talk. This is going to be the last person. I know to me, Luka was the last person to speak because he was hurt, but he's also the franchise player and the superstar.
So what's the issue here?
The issue is you can't be having that out up loud in a press conference, bro. Put your headphones on.
I mean, there's a time and a place for it. Why are you watching it there?
I don't get it. It's all bad, bro. It's all bad by that person.
Are you that bored at the press conference?
Damn.
Are you that addicted to?
If you gotta go to the bathroom, there's phones. Like just go. Nobody
addicted to adult videos that you can't take a 5 minute.
We all listen. Some people like watching porn.
That's fine. That's your business.
That's your business. Good for you. Just don't think publicly. There's
a time and a place for it.
Like you're not gonna like if you're on a train, right? Or public transportation. You're not gonna like if somebody's watching porn, even if they got the headphones on. You can see it.
No.
You know what I mean? Listen, there's some sites where models are doing things on the transportation. I know if I was a person taking the bus and I see some girl, have pleasuring herself, I think it would be a problem publicly.
It's their business.
There's things that just should be done quietly, in the confines of your home.
Right.
I don't think having porn blasted in an NBA playoff,
In a public, just in a public place.
oh
You
man,
shouldn't be
that's
showing porn. Looking at porn in
that's
public.
bad, bro.
That's a private thing.
That's bad.
Double meaning right there. With that being said, let's go ahead and take a step into the day spa.
That's where they should have done it at.
That's exactly the spot to do it at. This along those lines, a throuple in the UK say that
That's
people.
the second time in a row, second week in a row, you're talking about
I know.
thruples.
They've been criticized by a lot of people, been told they're going to hell, but they say they're happy, and that's all that matters. Good for them. It's a guy and two girls, in case you're wondering.
Oh, yeah, he's great. Then everything's great.
I mean, I think either way, a throuple's cool, man.
No, there's bad ratio thruples.
No,
Yeah,
because one man can pick up where the other man leaves off.
no.
Like, I don't feel like going to Whole Foods today. That's his deal.
No.
I can see the positives of both.
Actually, I don't see the positive in both.
Yeah,
Yo, you know how hard it is to deal with one woman?
yeah.
So imagine dealing with two in the same
But
house.
What if it's you, a guy, and another girl?
See, I don't know. That's a bad ratio.
You don't like the ratio, but I'm telling you, there's positivity to it.
It's still bad ratio.
I'm not in a throuple. Heaven knows that. But
It's a bad ratio.
okay, I'm just saying.
Two
there's
women, one guy. I'm good with it.
It's a lot of work,
But it is a lot of work.
and maybe not that much reward.
Not so much.
I'm starting to sour on thruples, Vlad.
I'm happy to help you there.
I always thought it was cute. Now it's cute.
Cute has a warranty.
Yeah,
Cuteness has an expiration date.
it's interesting. Yeah.
It's good in the beginning, but then when you start thinking about
Yeah,
it,
it's like
think about this.
It's
fam.
like eating dessert for dinner. The first couple of bites are awesome. You think you can eat the whole cake and all these desserts, and then you realize I can't sustain myself.
what
on
if
this.
what happens if both their time of the month is synchronized at the same
It's
time?
gonna be. It will be. It will be.
Could you imagine?
Science. It's
Could
science,
you
man.
imagine getting a phone call at 11:15 and I always think girls talk like Woodstock from from
Peanuts.
Peanuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
That's
okay,
real.
you settled that person down, and then 5 minutes later you get another one. Is
They probably feed off
Yeah,
of each
come
other
on, man.
too. Their
Nah.
anger, and it's all directed at you.
Nah.
I got enough problems. Though. I got enough problems.
I'm cool with it.
My living situation is okay right now. My car situation's okay
Yeah,
right now.
yeah.
Let's not complicate it anymore.
And here's the other thing. I'm 46. I don't got time for that.
No.
Hells no.
No, you're setting your ways.
I'm setting my ways.
I can tell too.
If I was 26, oh yeah, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm young. 46, hell no.
Got a lot of living left to do. Now, a little different. Okay.
That's what RV Richie said. That's why I'm single. Exactly. I don't want to listen.
That's the thing. Like, people always tell me, like, oh, it's so lonely when you're single. I'm like,
it's not.
Really, honestly,
It's not.
not a bad thing. Like, guys that are single, like, I'm so lonely. I'm like, hang out with friends, go out, meet people, do things by yourself, live by your own schedule, spend what you want to spend, get what you want to get, go where you want to go. What? Okay, I'm done with thruples and single. Really, I'm done. Could another superstar soccer player be making his or her way to South Florida?
Would that be a throuple with Suarez and Messi?
Suarez, Messi, and this next person. Whoo! That would be a sweet throuple. We're going to talk about that, or treble, next here on Sports Day 560 WQAM.
skated the set to achieve this goal quicker, so all my weight wet. Faced with immeasurable odds, still I gave straight bets. So I felt the most.
Letting that rap play out right there.
On the other side, my other guys.
Vlad, we're
talk
excited
too
about the
much.
whole throuple idea here, at least on Sports Day, and we could have another. I mean, we kind of have a dropple going on at Inter Miami right now with Lionel Messi, Luis Suarez, Jordi Alba, Sergio Busquets. Man, Busquets passing is so crisp.
Busquets. I just like saying that name.
I know, and
Busquets.
he's not French either. It's
I know.
a French
It's a
last name, but he's Spanish.
He's Spaniard, but it just sounds like you ever when you watching the game and then you hearing the Spanish commentators. Busquets.
Busquets.
I like that.
Busquets. But we could have a real throuple here in South Florida.
Oh, word? What's up?
And Vlad, this one's sexy for a lot of reasons.
Sexy. What's sexier than what?
Lionel Messi. That's Big Papa. Luis Suarez. Unbelievable. There are now whispers, Vlad. Whispers that one of the most beautiful men in all of sports.
Me?
Outside of you, Vlad.
Oh, okay. By the way, I'm handsome. I don't want to be called beautiful.
I'm more pretty than I am handsome.
I don't want to be called.
Nonetheless,
I want to be called.
Stop
handsome.
raining on my throuple. You're taking away from my throuple.
That's a lot of rain.
Lionel Messi.
Uh-huh.
Luis Suarez.
Uh-huh.
And it gets sexier.
Can't get any sexier.
Yes, it can.
Who?
Name the sexiest player you can name other than maybe Mbappe coming to Inter Miami.
Now.
You can say it. Go
now,
ahead.
Hold on.
Make it real.
Going on.
Make it rain.
Before I say it.
You're going to say it.
I got to make sure that
This is not a hoax.
Hey, yo.
Oh, okay.
Ronaldo?
You guessed it, Vlad. You guessed it. Former Real Madrid player has paved the way to leave Al Nassr in Saudi Arabia.
Has he played 2 years?
When his contract is up in 2025.
Oh, that's next year.
Number one.
I don't think Miami has ability to give him.
They don't like him over there because he only shows up to play. They say he doesn't, and I don't blame him.
What the hell am I going to do in Saudi Arabia?
Exactly. He only shows up to play games. Doesn't practice, doesn't do anything, just shows up.
And you should be thankful.
He doesn't like, obviously, Saudi Arabia.
Who would?
No doubt.
He probably can't do some of the things he would like to do.
Surprise, surprise. He doesn't like Saudi Arabia. Someone doesn't like Saudi Arabia. So they're saying when his tenure in the summer of 2025 is done, he is done.
Okay.
He'll take his bag and leave.
How old will he be at that time? 38?
Oh, he's going to be old.
40?
He's going to be old. So you know where old players on the back end of their career, greats of all time?
They go to MLS.
And where do they usually like to end up?
LA Galaxy.
Okay. Where's the second place they like to end up?
Into Miami.
David Beckham has already said he is interested in acquiring Ronaldo. Wow. And Ronaldo has not said anything at all because he doesn't talk.
First of all, we all know Vlad loves Ronaldo. Like, that's his favorite player.
Messi. I'm a Messi man. But
I love Messi too, but if you gun to the head,
you
don't need to put a gun in my head.
Rolling Stones.
But
Go
it's
ahead.
there's something about Ronaldo that I just feel people don't realize how great of a player,
a
complete player.
Oh my goodness.
Like the player that you see now is not the player that you saw when he first joined Man U, and how he changed from being such a creator to an unbelievable striker and goal scorer. First of all, let's make sure he has no let's make sure any craziness that's going on in the United States.
Some legal issues,
right.
some
Let's make
tax
sure the
issues,
Vegas situation is all taken care
there's been
of.
some situations monetarily and otherwise.
Let's make sure that's all taken care of. Let's make sure that's all taken care of. Okay. We only. By the way, you got 3 more minutes if you want to make a bet on Hard Rock Bet for the Mavericks Thunder game.
I thought you were betting on the Marlins game.
I might also. We're about to hit 3:30.
Over.
I got to remember. Before you know it, I leave here and then 4:00 comes in and I didn't make the bets. So let's make sure that Ronaldo got all criminal, illegal situations taken care of. Second, if you have Ronaldo, is Messi going to be there as well?
That's the other question. 2025, is there any chance that Messi and Suarez are still playing, much less in Inter Miami? But
that's the move you said, though. You said that the fact
there's a
that
crack in the door.
When one guy is trying to leave, they always going to try to bring another superstar. So what's the best way? What's the best way after Messi? Bring in Ronaldo.
It could be Ronaldo. As Messi leaves, Ronaldo
I would
enters.
do something if I was into Miami and David Beckham. I would try to get both of them to play together.
That would be
That would be.
I mean, you'd have to play at Hard Rock Stadium. You
would have to play at Hard Rock Stadium
Permanent.
every game.
Yeah, every game.
Okay. Then F the Apple Plus. That game needs to be on television. Like everybody can see it. Forget an Apple Plus.
I mean, we wanted to see the farewell tour of them playing an exhibition, a game against each other.
And that was in
Imagine
September,
them
right?
every night, and they didn't happen because Ronaldo. got
Imagine
hurt,
them
but
playing together.
every night, every time they played. Make it happen. Messi, go play for Newell Old Boys next season back in Argentina where you started. Then come on back here to Inter Miami where you belong. David Beckham, make it happen. Find a way to get Ronaldo and Messi on the team together.
That'd be crazy, bro.
Maybe throw in Antoine Griezmann. I don't know. That'd be cool too.
That would be crazy.
Luis Suarez, if your knee doesn't totally fall off, so you can stick around too. I don't know how we're going to pay all these guys. It's going to be unbelievable. And there's a salary cap in MLS.
Where?
MLS.
Well,
but I mean,
pretty much
we dance around it
I
anyway.
mean, if they would have to give Ronaldo like the other half.
You dance around it anyway. It's not a big deal.
No, they would just have to give Ronaldo the other half that Messi doesn't have.
There's creative ways around it. Don't worry about that. There's not relegated players, but like designated players and all this other stuff.
No, they'll be able to do it. Now the question is, would they be in like more tournaments because you would want an international experience?
Yeah, they'd be. I mean,
because you see a lot of pink jerseys everywhere now. Like not only in South Florida, you see a lot of pink Inter Miami jerseys in other cities, in other states. So
Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh no, wait a second. He's a little older than we thought.
He's like 38,
39 right now. 39. That would
40.
make him 40. Man,
40 in the MLS. He's still breaking people up.
Yeah,
it's the MLS, guys. It's the MLS.
There's rumors. There. I mean, now soccer's very good at making rumors, but there's headlines out there that are saying, could this possibly happen? Real Madrid intends ambition to play. I don't know if they like each other that much, but
no, they're cool.
Oh, they're cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They don't hate each other. It's one of those real rivalries where the media makes it more than they do.
It sounds
they respect
silly.
each other tremendously.
It sounds silly, but that kind of seems to be Inter Miami's plan. Have an aging superstar come play for the team. Messi might leave. Ronaldo might be the next guy.
Mm-hmm.
Then when Ronaldo leaves, I don't know, Antoine Griezmann be the next guy. And when Griezmann leaves, whoever else it might be. I mean, I could see Neymar one day playing for Inter Miami too on the back end of his career.
I think Neymar is definitely playing for Inter Miami, for Miami, sometime in his career. Because it's just, remember that day? What was it? He went to the Heat. He went to the Heat playoff game or playing game.
I mean, Jimmy Butler.
And then the next day we saw him throwing the first pitch.
Now, did you hear? Yeah. Did you hear Jimmy Butler saying that he wants to end his NBA career with the Heat, but
he wants to win in his basketball career in
Flamengo in Brazil.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if he was joking or not. He said he's half Brazilian.
No, he's not. He just thinks he's Brazilian because he loves soccer.
I hate to. That's a touchy issue on some people. So I just didn't want to.
Nah, Jimmy's good.
But I mean, I could actually see Jimmy after he finishes up with the Heat going to play a year in Brazil. I could see that. I wonder if he'd sit out a bunch of games there too.
Is Luka playing, guys? I need to know if Luka's playing.
I cracked myself up.
I heard that, by the way. I'm sorry. I was just making a bet.
Your bet. Yeah, your bet. Yeah,
I was making a bet. That's
rambling and joking.
That's why I ask you. Does everybody know Luka? I'm laughing inside. That was pretty funny. I'm laughing inside.
You want to laugh more? I'm going to tell you what I'm doing tonight and tomorrow night, and it has nothing to do with Mother's Day at all.
What is it? What is it?
We're going to talk about it next and finish things out.
Oh, we're going to have a big last segment. All right.
5-6. Yeah, man. We're going to go big. 560 WQAM. Oh, Saturday Fun Day is right around the corner. We got a lot of action. Vlad's been on his phone working the lines. Don't have to go to bookies anymore, baby.
Don't need no more bookies. Like you don't need a weed dealer. You got dispensaries.
That's the truth, man. Yep. People getting phased out, man. Bookies, dealers. The world we live in, man. Technology. Can't stop it. What are you going to do? Might as well embrace it. I'm going to go down to Jensen's liquor store. Still got to have liquor stores, though. Although they do have that, whatever, that where you can order it and they'll bring it to your house. But I don't know.
I don't like deliveries. Even though I do deliveries.
I don't like, yeah, I know. That's very weird.
Isn't that the craziness?
Very weird.
I do deliveries.
It's always the weirdest interaction. Like I have to go down to pick up like Uber Eats. And me and the guy, because it's never a girl, it's always like,
That's terrible.
And you know, I live in North Beach, so half the time he's just kind of looking at me like, and I'm just kind of like, you know, and then I can always tell because there's two ways it can be. It's either Dan or it's like, oh God, just give me the food. Just give me the food. I'm the only person down here. Give me. I don't know. So we about to get the game going. Dallas Mavericks.
Yes, sir. Dallas Mavericks, OKC. Series tied at 1. I think it's gonna go past 5. They'll well, clearly, if it's 1-1, there will be a game 5. So if necessary, I always love if necessary.
Yeah, I do. I
love if necessary.
And then you take the if necessary off after every game.
Yeah, exactly.
And every time the different team wins. And then tonight, is it 8:30?
8:30.
You get to see if the Boston Celtics are really the Boston Celtics or if they are the Boston Celtics that everyone down here thinks the Boston Celtics are. It's one game. They lost to Cleveland Cavaliers. That series is tied.
Hey, nobody's ever gone 16-0.
No, the Lakers almost did it.
That's it.
Woo.
The 15-1 2000, was it 1 Lakers?
Let me say, yeah. And it was they lost game 1 of the finals
to the 76ers
right
after having like 10 days off, and AI went crazy and stepped over Ty Lue.
Yeah.
And then they
then
proceeded to destroy Philadelphia.
That team was so dominant.
That's what I'm saying. Like there's certain teams, like if this was NCAA tournament, NFL playoff where it's one and done, I can understand. But you got to beat a team 4 times in 7 tries.
Yeah, and then these are playoff teams. These are good teams.
When these teams who pretty much have the best players or better players than you, 9 times out of 10, that team wins.
Exactly.
It's not like golf. It's not like hockey where a goalie can go on a crazy run.
Right.
Or
like
pitcher,
in baseball,
or baseball with
Madison
a pitcher.
Bumgarner pitches.
Right.
All 4 of the Giants wins on 2 days rest every time.
Yeah, like you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't work like that.
No, it does not. This is basketball. Kind of one of those things, man. Basketball. That's how it works. Very excited. So they got those games. Inter Miami tonight, 7:30. They're up in Montreal, so you can listen to it here on 560 WQAM. They're going to be on the call for that. That's going to be starting at 7 o'clock. Going to be Phil Shane and Thomas Rungan. It's always interesting, always fun. Montreal's pretty decent, but we got Inter Miami. Let's go. Let's see. Messi tonight. He stays hot. Let's give him a brace.
Wow. So you say he's going to score 2 goals, huh?
2 goals and an assist.
Okay. So 3.9.
Yeah, they win probably like 4-2, something like that. No good. No biggie. Like I said, I am a little nervous. I do want Inter Miami to, build some equity because once again, Copa America is going to be coming. And we know that Messi and at least Luis Suarez are going to be missing some time. So we know how this team can be sometimes without, especially Messi, but Messi and Suarez, Suarez, of course, going to be playing for Uruguay. Messi, of course, going to be playing for Argentina. I don't think I have to tell you that. So I want to start banking as many points as we possibly can. So tonight's game, not a must win. I want it. I want this win for long-term reasons. Other than that, get ready for tomorrow. We got late night hockey too. We got regular hockey. You got kind of keep an eye on your Rangers, Vlad. They got it going for the sweep of Carolina today at 7. That is going to be at 7. Then at 10 o'clock, you get the Dallas Stars and the Colorado Avalanche. That series is tied at 1. So you got a little something. Marlins about to get underway.
A little something.
Marlins. I heard Jesus Luzardo has been activated. So good news.
Hopefully.
Marlins Phillies today, 4 o'clock. Don't hold your breath. Brian De La Cruz will get a hit. And Jazz Chisholm will get a hit. And that's about all I can promise you in that game right there.
I mean, just go out there and support the team.
Oh, it's a great experience. You and I love it, man.
Especially on Saturdays. I think they after the game they have
Kids
like
run the bases. Or is that Sunday?
No. Like they have a
Because
festival where they play Spanish music and
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's great.
Okay.
It's great.
Oh, that's all right. Then yeah, there's always a little something going on there. I couldn't tell when we walked by if they've reopened Nightlife Brewery. For a while it'd been closed, but I heard there were some rumblings of them possibly reopening that. So that's something nice. Get out there a little early, or do like Vlad and I do and bring your own supplies to the game.
Get there really early.
Officer Perez, say hello to Officer Perez.
Officer Perez.
That is the northeast entrance. At least, and I could move around, but that's where we saw Officer Perez. I've had people all week stop and ask about Officer Perez. She's a very talented police officer. Speaking of talent, what are you getting into today besides your gambling, Vlad? That's probably putting you in the poorhouse.
Clearly not in the penthouse. Obviously, if I was
and people are always like, well, what is your thing against gambling? I have nothing against gambling. I just don't have fun doing it. I understand the excitement. I understand getting into games a little bit more, but I also understand about losing money. And man, I am tight with that dollar bill.
Yeah, you know.
You saw me drinking a crazy stallion the other day.
Oh, listen, I understood it. I got it. There's nothing worse than getting paid this weekend, and all of a sudden it's like, phew!
Wait, we were supposed to get paid. Why is my bank account so low?
Yeah, I was like, I thought I got paid. Well, no, you didn't.
That's just you barely keeping your head above water.
You know.
So after the bets, what you got going tonight?
I don't really have much going on. I'm probably gonna watch the Ranger game tonight, and that's it. Probably hit up some people, see if they wanna go to a spot and get some drinks and eat. But other than that, pretty low key.
I'm good.
What about
man.
you,
Yeah,
man? You have a big night.
Yo, you know, man. I'm hitting up Jensen's liquor store after this. Of
Nice.
course, I got to go
Nice.
say hi to Don Julio, and Manny's gonna be back there soon. Love it. And then I'm speaking of not liking to gamble, I'm gonna go see Giuseppe and bring him a bottle, and also put a little money down on Mystic Dan for the Preakness.
Oh,
'Cause I might not
that's
see him until
definitely
then.
gonna watch the.
But
That's next week. That's next week.
But
you're not gonna be here next week.
I'm probably not. I'm gonna be in San Juan, Puerto Rico next week.
Nice.
But I'm probably not gonna see Giuseppe till then, and I'm not gonna be around. So go put the bet in now on Mystic Dan to win the second leg of the Triple Crown. And then I'm going to go to 80s prom at a club called Zay right around here, actually. It's not too far up. Biscayne, like 60 something. It's basically, I don't know why they call it 80s prom. People are going to dress up like they're the 80s. And they're going to have a live band playing hits from the 80s. And they're going to have a DJ inside playing hits from the 80s. Here's the interesting
DJ
thing.
playing hits from the 80s, not a problem. I just want to see, are you gonna dress up like the 80s?
I'll send you a picture. I'll post a picture and send you a picture. I have a shirt from, and this really speaks to things, Vlad. I have a shirt that my brother won at a basketball camp in 1989. It's like whatever Sacred Heart basketball camp champs,
Well,
1989.
I guess you.
I can fit into it still.
Oh well.
But it was my older brother. But you had to figure he was like probably 11 or 12 at the time. So if I can find that shirt, I'll wear that. If not, I got a shirt with a big collar. I'll put that on. And I'll send it to you.
What, big collars means 80s?
I don't
wardrobe?
know, Vlad. I'm
That's
reaching
funny.
here, man. I'm reaching. I'll send you pictures and I'll post them on at Dan Day Radio. I'm gonna do my best to look as 80s as possible, but yeah, I'm gonna try to get into the 80s. Is there a way you can wear your hair to look at 80s? I don't know, man. Like,
Well, you definitely got 80s here.
okay, then I'm good to go on the hair. Cool. So yeah, I'm gonna do that 80s prom. I don't know why it constitutes being a prom. Oh, because it's prom season.
It's prom season.
I read the article online. 'cause
It's
I wanted to see-
May, so it's prom season and it's graduation season.
80s.
So congratulations to all the graduates out here, class of 2024, and have fun in your prom. Don't do anything
I wouldn't
crazy.
do.
No, do everything I would do, but just don't do it crazy.
But this is my thing about a couple questions about tonight's 80s prom. Yeah, I'm gonna try to look like an 80s guy. I'm probably not gonna do very good. 2 questions. Number 1, they have across the street this brewery called Magic 13. Any chance I can sneak in there early and grab a beer from there? I'm gonna say no.
Wait, is your significant other, is your girl gonna go? Is it just you two? Is there any friends?
No, there's no.
Oh, so she's got to go with you to the brewery.
Yeah,
and
that's
she's
not
not
happening.
liking it.
That's not happening.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen, bro.
Okay, so Zay last time I went, it's a crazy place, man. There's people everywhere. There was free parking on the street and a parking lot across the street that was free. Now that the city has found out that it's a hot spot, it's been about 3 months. I'm guessing it's all paid parking now. because Miami don't play around.
Well, if it wasn't the fact that you're mentioning it on the air, it's probably going to happen now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a secret. I think it's already happened. But that's my other, like, and you know how you got to find little interesting things throughout the night? Yeah, that's going to be my other interesting thing. And then tomorrow, Mother's Day, we're going to be here, Vlad, noon to 4. The Struts. I want to say they're a British rock band, but maybe they just come across as British. They're going to be playing downstairs in the performance space.
Okay.
So I might, during a commercial break, you and I might run down there, catch a little something from the Struts. And then after this.
So we're going to be strutting downstairs? Is that what you're saying?
Downstairs, yeah, man. Big Lynn, of course, lives in Louisiana, so I can't really, I've already sent her gift. I don't really have any Mother's Day stuff, so I'm signed up for something at the North Beach Band Shell called Peace Tour, which is a yoga party.
Okay.
I mean, you gotta love yoga though, for multiple reasons.
Okay.
I mean, have you ever done yoga, Vlad?
I've never done yoga, but I like seeing them. I like seeing certain people do yoga.
Okay. Well, I mean, you get
big booty Judies.
There's a lot of that, man. Like, it's interesting. So I got a little bit of that going, man.
We also got boxing tonight.
Oh, there's more fights?
Yeah, Lomachenko versus Kambosos.
If I'm going to watch a fight, there's two places I'm going: Duffy's or a strip club. Either one seems like the
That's
best
always
place to go watch
good.
a fight.
Yeah,
they always advertise.
We're getting some good boxing. We got Lomo this week, and then I think next week we got Tyson Fury.
I love boxing though.
And we got UFC not 301, but we have a UFC. Derek Lewis is fighting in St. Louis.
Ooh, Derek Lewis in St. Louis?
Yeah, I know.
It's a nice one.
I know.
Clever.
Very clever there.
Very clever.
Yeah.
Oh man. So
yeah, it's an eventful weekend.
Oh, tomorrow night, 6:30, Panthers. Whew. This is like, do we make it a series or do we just kind of little man them, and say, look, it's 3-1. That was cute. You were riding a high. We were kind of on a vacation. It's time to go home. We're literally, it's time to go home. Come back, game 5.
You win tomorrow, this series is over.
Emirates Bank Arena, come home. This team's got that killer instinct like they did against the Lightning. They didn't play around.
If they beat Boston tomorrow, like the same way they have the past 2 games, then the dominating term, yeah, because I've seen it 3 games in a row.
I'll tell you the truth. What I want, Vlad, I want the Rangers to go ahead and finish off the Hurricanes tonight, and then I want the Panthers to gentleman sweep the Bruins.
Yeah, then both teams will have a week off,
and then drop the gloves, pull the cuffs up. Let's rock and roll. Oh, your boy Rempe, he's ready to go. Yeah,
he hasn't played.
And I'm just saying, Kachuk ain't going after Rempe though.
I don't think anybody should go after.
And like Kachuk is a tough guy. He's an instigator, but he's not a goon.
Well, that would be a David versus Goliath type of fight.
Rempe, you'll get your shots in on
but
him.
it won't affect him. He eats those like candy.
That's like playing that game when you're a kid. Let's see who could hit the softest. And the first time you play, you're stupid as hell, and you like barely tap them, and they just wallop you and go, "You won," and you're like, "Oh." Oh, Rempe's like, go ahead, whatever, get your hits in and watch this. Mine are gonna hurt you more than you hurt me. Wham! Guy's got jackhammers.
Yeah, he's a big boy. But good sports Saturday this week, today. You watch it.
And you get Mother's Day.
And then you got Mother's Day tomorrow.
Show your mom some love. Like I said, I always buy gifts early, and they're like, "Oh, but you ruined the surprise." I'm like, "No, we're not playing that game. I'm not showing up Mother's Day and forgetting I got your gift or running out of time. And next thing you know, I got to go race and try to get a gift." I sent it to her like Wednesday. I was like, "Big Lynn, enjoy your present." She's like, "Oh, you didn't want to wait till Mother's Day?" I was like, "No, we don't play that game. No. It's my brother's birthday also tomorrow, so I got a little."
Oh man!
So when I go back to New Orleans, that's 2 meals that I got to buy.
Eesh.
2 good meals. Now I'm buying meals, I do that all the time, but buying 2 good meals, big meals, that's big. And you can't ask your brother to pay for his mom. It's a mess, but it's okay. Hey man, that's what life is all about. And then next week, we got tomorrow. We got then San Juan, Puerto Rico for just a couple of days, man. That's going to be a relaxing.
You're a traveling man.
I am really, man. I really, that's another reason why I've been working a little extra, because man, these vacations or trips don't pay for themselves, man. Getting roped into all these trips and yoga parties and 80s party. I think I'm only gonna have 1 beer tonight, Vlad. Like, because those beers,
I think you're lying to yourself.
They are like $8-9.
I think you're lying to yourself.
No, well, I say I'm only gonna have 1 until I finish that first one. I'm like, well, what's the second one? I'm out already, you know. And then you realize you spent $18 on 2 Modelo's, and you're like, whoa, money well spent. And then I come here and cry to you the next day, like, well, I don't have any money. I'm coming to break my arms tomorrow.
Yeah, man. That's Odyssey. So Odyssey's payroll is not.
That's how we do it. But tomorrow, Vlad, you and I are here. Mother's Day. We'll cover all that. We'll cover everything that happens tonight. Like I said, hopefully your Rangers will be on and starting to get ready for our Panthers to throw down the Amerant Bank Arena. Of course, most are going to be at Madison Square Garden because New York will have home ice advantage, at least.
And probably have home ice advantage in South Florida as well.
Well, parting shot right there from my cousin Vladimir
That's the
Lewis.
truth.
I am Dan Day. Hope you have a great Saturday. This has been Sports Day on 560 WQAM.
Later, fools.
It's going to be a 6-1 win for the Panthers.